The president would like for us to slow the testing down, EA. If we can slow the testing down, the numbers will go down. That's what he said.
I mean, on paper, sure.
Yeah, but that's what he says. He says if you guys slow the testing down, the numbers will go down. So does this mean that since the coronavirus numbers are high, that we're going to just slow the testing down?
That's all you got to do. Apparently, that's all you got to do.
I told him slow the testing down.
Listen, if you turn the testing down.
Neither one of you can do a good impression.
Oh, that's not true. That's
Either
not
way.
true. We're going to do it, guys. Let's get it out of here. We're going to
That's
do
better.
it.
That's better.
Trust me, I got that guy down. This is the same guy who said, what do you say? If you stop testing, the numbers will just go down.
That's true. I mean, technically, yes.
Yeah. I mean, what a literal translation.
Yeah.
This is the guy.
Are you trying to attack the president?
I would never do such a thing like that. But I knew that at that moment I had to register to go vote once he made those comments. It was right then. It was right then and there that I said, you know what? Give me that website because I'm going.
Have you done it yet?
Yes, I already. Yes, yes, I am signed in, ready, whatever I need to do. Now the question is, how does this work? Okay, because my license expired. So
Bye.
They're not gonna
You
let
ain't
you.
gonna do shit. That's
So-
what you about
well,
to
I
not do
mean-
nothing.
I mean-
you about to do nothing unless you get your.
Now,
license.
if you look like Lindsay, maybe.
okay, well that's a good point.
I'm saying if you
Well,
look
I'm
like
just
that-
saying, in the state of Texas, if you don't, you first
No.
off, how the hell did you drive here if your license expired?
That's not my fault. Corona hit when my license expired, and you can't.
Okay, but the DMV opened up like
all they're
3
doing
weeks
is new.
ago.
All they're doing is new license, not
you
taking
can,
new.
Actually, you can do it online.
You can
though.
mail.
I tried to. It won't let me. I had to go to the DMV, but the DMV is only taking people who are only getting new license right now.
Oh, okay.
So they're not taking renewals right now. Who knows? Who knows when they do renewals?
True, Walt.
If it was true, Lindsay, I'd have a license.
Okay.
So
Why'd you wait this long?
it went out in February. Right? The Corona hit in March.
Yeah, so why'd you wait a month?
Well, damn, you could have got it fixed in February
I
or
tried to.
January.
I tried to.
Lying ass. He just forgot
I tried
about
to.
it. He forgot about it.
I tried to around my birthday time. They were like, I tried to do it online, and they were like, "Well, you need to come in."
I think what happened was, like maybe a month ago, he's like, "Oh, my license expired. Maybe I should do
No,
something."
I went. That's what my birthday hit, and then I was gonna go do it. They do it online. They were like, "Well, you got to come in and do it." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So around the time we arranged for me to come in, boom, Corona hits. So now,
On March 15th.
right, but
So you had a month and a half.
right, you
before.
have to, you have to arrange for that to go in there, right?
Shit, I went into the DMV. I waited for like 5 hours.
Yeah,
But I went
yeah.
in there.
You gotta catch them early in the morning too, because if not, try to
You know
stay in
what's
line.
funny? It's not okay. I've been recently twice to DMV,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't as bad. Like the last time, it was a little like normal, but before that, I was in and out within like 30 minutes.
According to the DPS website, you are granted an expiration date 60 days after the department provides further public notice that normal operations have resumed.
But Walt 60 days was 60 damn days ago.
No,
Bro! February, March, April. It's May, June, July.
it's 60
He's 3
days
months
after.
late.
No, it's 60 days after the department has announced normal operations.
Oh,
Okay. So they opened 2.5 weeks ago.
right, but they're not taking. They're not
So
taking
what he's
renewals yet.
saying, well, I know what he's saying. You have 60 days since they opened. So you need to find out. Can you find out what day they opened?
I'll see what I can do. Give me
It doesn't matter because they already told me we're only doing renewals right now when I try to get it done. I mean,
But
we're
you
only doing-
need to know because you need to know what your time frame is you have to get it done.
You have until November.
oh, election time, right?
No,
Well, if you-
60 days
Oh no,
from June?
No, I'm saying he has until November to settle all this out. Because
Right.
he really doesn't really care. I can tell the only reason why
Oh,
he
because
wants
you
it.
don't care about voting in the county. You just want to vote for the president?
I mean,
Okay, the county's way more important. But
I feel whoever's out there, I'll vote for him.
oh my God!
Yeah, whoever's out there,
and
I'll
that
vote
is the
for him.
damn problem with you millennials. Next,
Yeah, I'll vote for whoever's out there. You know,
And you are the greatest money.
I am the great. No, I'm the greatest millennial to come out of Cedar Hill.
So
So
you're not, but okay. I
Don't-
mean,
whoa,
you
don't-
brought plenty of people from your high school on here, and they're all better than you.
they're not. Well, William Cole is. That's
Yeah.
probably the only one I bought up here that was better than me
And so he's
because he's the greatest Cedar Hill alumni.
and he's also a millennial as well. So therefore, henceforth, he
You
is
know,
the greatest.
as strong. I don't want to get into details, about who's what. We just know this. This
How you
that,
doing,
whatever.
buddy? How you doing?
I'm good, but welcome in hour number 1 of VFB, where of course I am the advocate for the Eagles. Sitting across from me is the returning player, Hayden already. EA, he's at EA Sports. Make sure I put DFW at the end.
Well, yeah, because EA Sports is something completely different.
Well, the question is, you work over there at the 4-letter word, so how are you doing, sir? How's everything going off over there?
It's good. Just a bunch of, it's when you're trying to do shows there with no sports, so we kind of repeat a lot of our segments because, there's nothing going on, but excited that sports is back.
Are you now?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, sports are back?
Kind of.
What's back?
We got news that baseball might be back.
What do you mean might be? I thought it was 100% definite.
It is, but what do you
mean?
I'm just being pessimistic here, thinking something is gonna
Doing
go
like
wrong.
you always do?
Yeah, but it's okay. NBA might be back again. We don't know. NHL, I haven't heard about them in a while. They went quiet.
Yeah, they went real quiet.
NFL is charging its way through. I heard on the show last week that Lindsay upset because the Jimmy Johnson game might not be going on.
Yeah, because Jimmy Johnson if football season is going to take place, here's the deal. The Hall of Fame game needs to happen in August.
Why can't we just give Lindsay a mask and go up in there?
Just Lindsay?
Well, whoever. Let's let.
Well, here's the thing, and what I want to know is, why do you care about the game? Don't you just want to see the ceremony?
Same thing. The game, ceremony.
But you're not going to leave at the ceremony.
Because it's like a traditional, like old school. I know you only watched football like 3.5 years ago.
3 years ago.
But it's actually a rivalry between the Steelers and the Cowboys. Old school. Now nobody cares.
Do you
back
know?
In the day,
yes,
it was a thing.
Steelers dominated that.
And we also won our 5th ring before the Steelers in Super Bowl 30. In case you didn't know, 27-17. Look it up. But it's fine. It's like a tradition.
Yeah.
So I would like the game to take place. It'd basically just be a scrimmage.
It will, but
Pittsburgh, Dallas.
I know, but it's weird that you want to. Here's what I propose: they just postpone the ceremonies till next year.
No.
Well, I said
ceremony.
that's what I said on the show last week. I
We're
said
not doing
if
that.
they don't have a normal ceremony, I think it should be postponed to next year
Yeah.
because Jimmy deserves a real ceremony.
He really does.
That's why I said that. So I agree with that.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson is the second greatest Dallas Cowboys head coach in our history. He should be able to.
It's hard for me because, obviously we know I love Jimmy, so I don't know if I could say he's actually better than Tom Landry, but I would think it'd be like a Tupac Biggie situation where you can't say one's better than the other.
I'm willing to say Jimmy Johnson was better than Tom Landry.
I kind of want to too, but Tom Landry, I'm a fan. And Tom Landry, what I loved about Landry is he ran the football like precisely like military. It was precise.
Right.
It was that. Jimmy Johnson didn't do that. Jimmy Johnson was different. But so I love and respect Tom Landry, but Jimmy's my husband, so.
It's okay. Jimmy's your husband.
Yeah.
Landry's your grandfather.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
There we go. That's fine.
Is that some type of category thing that you got going on?
No, that's
okay.
no.
I just checking to make
That's
sure.
another thing.
Yeah.
I will say this though. I'm glad to be back because I need to get my mind away because every time I go on Twitter it's very depressing and also it's also depressing.
Well, you don't help me. I see the stuff you're doing on Twitter these days.
But
thought you were the face of Cowboys.
It's depressing me. It's affecting me.
Well,
and now I'm looking on I don't even look at trending anymore because every time I look on trending, another celebrity's in trouble. They're all in trouble.
I just thought I mean.
What do you mean? Like,
Jimmy Kimmel, #cancel Jimmy Kimmel.
yeah, I thought you were
going
talking
on.
about the Joe Rogan thing because that's
that
that has not got enough attention.
What
to
did
be
Joe
quite
Rogan?
honest.
I don't know.
I didn't hear.
Joe Rogan. So this is going to be. Y'all want to go into this?
Let's
Fine.
do it. Let's do it, Lindsay.
Joe Rogan is getting some slack from a clip from his 2011 podcast because his best friend in the whole world, who's a comedian, I forget his name,
Joey Diaz.
Yes, there it is. Was on his podcast and was jokingly saying that what he used to do to female comedians is said, "Hey, you can't perform in LA. You got to suck my dick." And Joe Rogan was laughing and said, "Well, how many girls did you do that to?" And he said, "All of them. That's how you get into Hollywood." And they were laughing about it. And that shit is not funny because that shit happens in entertainment.
Yeah.
And then they actually told a story. Then he told a story of one particular female who she was like, yeah, I had this little blonde girl. She would just come suck my dick upstairs and then go on stage. She ended up leaving Hollywood, and she actually wrote me a letter and said that I destroyed her. And they laughed about it.
Holy shit.
It's bad. It's really bad.
And then on top of that, so not only that, and
So
then I guess
Joe
Jimmy
Rogan does
Kimmel.
need to be canceled for
Jimmy
that.
Kimmel because he wore and he dressed like Karl Malone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then he did the blackface thing, and then another thing is now I see. Well, I don't know how. I thought
Did
we
they
already
make a blackface movie?
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, they made a movie with some kid who did a blackface.
And then now Mel Gibson, who I thought was already canceled, but apparently he's
It just keeps coming back, doesn't
He's
he?
canceled
Thought the
again.
Passion of the Christ ruined him.
I just, it's so like every day there's something. I'm like, oh my goodness, there's so much negativity.
The entire professional wrestling industry.
What?
Oh yeah, we got a wrestler who's with some sexual assault, right?
You've got a whole bunch of them. The pro wrestling world is experiencing a Me Too movement.
What?
Whole bunch of guys are going under.
You're getting popped for sexual assault.
Sexual assault, sexual harassment. This wrestler fondled me, etc., including Joey Ryan, 15 counts. Matt Riddle.
Okay.
From NXT.
What the Gallagher guy? Isn't he one of them?
Jack Gallagher.
What's going on with your sport?
I don't know, man.
People are just getting
I
exposed.
thought we were canceling Hulk Hogan too for using the N-word sparingly.
He's still canceled.
Okay, he is still canceled.
Yeah.
I was wondering why they bought him out.
Justin Bieber is.
What's the beat? What's wrong with my guy, the
He
beat?
got accused of rape.
Oh
Or
man,
sexual
the
assault.
Beebs,
I'm sure it's the same thing, but yeah.
not the Beebs.
And he's denying it, of course. And some people are coming to defend him, but you know, it's just so many celebrities. It's just Lindsay's right. 2020. It's
People
one hell of
I
a.
think people are getting exposed.
Yeah, it's a
And
big year.
And here's the thing, like this is, I mean,
How long before we get the president or something?
they ain't gonna get him
They've already
nothing.
got him.
They-
They're just
oh, yeah.
no one's going to be able to prosecute him.
Yeah, didn't you see anonymous? They released the documents of that Donald Trump was part of of Jeffrey Epstein's thing.
Yeah, it
Okay.
didn't do anything.
They didn't do anything.
No.
Okay.
So Donald Trump, the supporters, Donald Trump, like he was right. He said I could shoot somebody in the middle of Broadway.
Danny
and
Matters.
doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's kind of like football players. I remember when I lived in West Virginia, and God, what was his name? He used to play for Philadelphia. Owen Smith. And Owen Smith used to. He owned a bar up there in Morgantown because he went to school at WVU. He went on to play for the Eagles and somewhere else. But anyways, he was a really fun guy. But like, he could have murdered someone in broad daylight, and WVU would have been like, "We love you, free him." Like,
I know a
it's-
guy who's kind of like that now.
Who?
Could do anything he wants to do. You're still gonna love him because his shoes come out.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan could slap anybody.
Oh, but Michael Jordan's not a bad dude, though.
No, I'm just saying Michael Jordan could slap somebody right now and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, well he got 6 rings, so he can
just-
do whatever he want to
He
do."
hates him. It's
I don't
fine.
hate Michael Jordan.
Yes, you do.
I like Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan is
Right
one
now,
of the-
right now he's the greatest basketball player of all time.
You gonna do that to LeBron?
I said right now.
Oh, okay.
Keyword. Also joining us in the studio is Lady Lynn. She's is blue is this your new color now?
Blue has always been my color.
No, but you just blue. I got excited because I was at the gas station and your exact car rode up as blue. I was like, "Oh, it's Lindsay," and this lame dude got out. I was like, "Oh, well, that ain't Lindsay."
Yeah, I see the cars everywhere now. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Isn't it funny how when you buy one, it's like everybody, "Oh, now you want to get one, huh?"
Yeah.
How you doing?
But I got a 2019. So.
Ooh.
Whoa.
You're looking. By the way, yes, you are looking very tan and vibrant right now,
Oh,
Lindsay.
thanks.
So
Yeah, it's summertime.
that's right. So summertime, Lindsay. How are you doing?
I'm good. I am definitely restless of this whole situation of 2020.
What are you restless of?
I want to get back to events. I want to get back to sports. I want to get back to doing things. Mavericks, Cowboys. What's gonna happen? You know, it's like it's a weird thing because just like I mean, I don't even think you were being negative, which is weird for you, but it's true because it's like you want to believe what happens, and it's not even that they're coming out and giving us false information, but day by day things change.
Yeah.
So it's like, is it gonna happen? Is it not gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? Is it not gonna happen? They say it's going to, the football season is going to move forward, but I mean, as these cases keep rising, everybody swears it's going to be a second wave, and there's going to be another shutdown. Is there?
I saw a report
don't know.
earlier that said we're beginning the second wave now with all the reports that's happening.
I heard one guy he's a really smart doctor. He's like the reason
Not
why
Fauci,
I like,
right?
Not Fauci.
Because
Another
you're not
guy.
smart.
I guess not. I don't know. Well, there's a guy named Michael Osterholm. He's Joe Rogan had him on his podcast one time, and Joe Rogan was like against. I mean, he has anti-views of them. So I mean, at least Rogan even listened to him. But he's very smart, but he's very cautious and he's very pessimistic. Like he's the one guy that listens to you, he scares you, but that's good because he's not going to bullshit shit. And he said that he thinks there won't be even a second wave. That this is just going to be a long burn. Mm-hmm. And
that might make sense. That
yeah,
makes sense.
and so which is still scary because that means it's just going to be consistent. until we get a vaccine or something else, then we're just going to have to deal with this until that. Which, by the way, we had good news. The vaccine is on target for the end of the year or early next year.
Yeah, I won't be getting it. I'm not getting the vaccine.
You're not a vaccine
Not
guy?
getting a vaccine.
not a
You know what, EA?
Can I secretly give you one?
No. Yesterday, I had an experience where I had to go to the grocery store yesterday with a mask on.
And you didn't like it, did you?
No. I didn't like being
You don't
told.
have to wear it at the barbershop?
No. I didn't like being told what aisle I had to walk down, the way I had to walk down the aisle. So
Yeah.
I made the very conscious decision when I got home yesterday that I will not be going back into a grocery store for the rest of the 2020. I will be ordering my groceries and have them delivered to my front door, like any other American, because I'm not a mask guy and I'm not putting on a mask to go back into a grocery store. So I'll just have my
I
groceries.
think you're just embracing the fact that you don't have to go to a grocery store.
I don't.
Honestly, you have a really good plan. Like that, the idea of having your groceries brought to you is awesome.
Or I can just do
You gotta
pickup.
pay for it.
I know.
Or I can do pickup. Just let them
Yeah,
shop me
you
on
can.
it. But I'm not going to the grocery store ever again.
I'm embracing this. I don't know. I got comfortable with the mask I'm wearing now, so I'm okay with it now. But before, I know what you mean because I can't. I'm very claustrophobic if anything's on my face. And
Kept fogging up my glasses yesterday.
Yeah, it does fog up.
I feel like Darth Vader in there.
So I'm gonna look, even though I'm not a master, I'm gonna look out for other people. I'm not gonna be selfish and just think, because I don't have corona, I'm not gonna go in the store and just not wear a mask. I'm gonna look out for people. I'm gonna look out for the American people. I'm just gonna stay home.
I applaud you.
Maybe I'll see everybody in 2021 or something. But I don't need. Let's be honest. People are probably just going out just to say I'm going out and to see what'll happen, right? Because you don't need to go to the grocery store to get groceries. You don't need to go to the food restaurant to get food. You don't even need whatever you need at the house. You can order and have it delivered to you.
It's true.
You don't even need to get out, really.
I thought, it was cool. I was hanging out with my cousins, and they did Uber Eats, and I'm like, what? And I had never seen it really up close. And I looked, and they just leave it on your front porch, and they take a picture of it, and they say, hey, here's your food. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
You don't
well, the leaving at the front door just started to happen because of the pandemic.
okay.
Before that, they knock on the door, you take the food.
I just thought it was so cool you didn't see
the
it.
reason that they take pictures is because people will get their food
And
and
say-
then fight on Uber Eats and claim they never got their food and get their money back.
The picture thing's kind of cool because now, one, I don't have to talk to the guy. I'm just like, when I'm ready to go.
Well, some people
Drop
leave
it there when you're ready.
When I was doing it during Corona, they would leave instructions like just leave it on the doorstep. Don't knock on the door. Just leave it there or whatever.
You know what? I used to be against this whole because I'm a guy that likes to go get it myself, right? But you know what? I'm starting to embrace it.
Yeah.
But it's a little too pricey.
No, the same money you're gonna spend for them to come get the same product, about the same money you're gonna spend in gas going up there.
I don't know.
That's not true.
It seemed a little expensive. Like it was like
And it can get expensive. You're like, I'm going to order an $8 sandwich. $38 later,
Yeah.
you're like, what the
Well,
hell?
no, I ain't paying for that.
No,
but,
I remember we ordered just like a bunch of things from Jack in the Box. It usually would cost maybe like $10, and it came out to like $16. Like $16.
That's cool.
Yeah, but that's because of tax.
Yeah,
And the
They've had
tip.
tax, the delivery fee, and then
that ain't
the
bad.
tip.
I'll pay that. I will pay that.
But you know what the good news is? The idea that sports might be back is better than anything.
Well, for Lindsay, I know Lindsay and Tovas, they like to indulge in alcohol. You can get alcohol delivered to the front door.
You can now, yeah.
You don't need to go to the bar. You can have some friends over and just order some alcohol.
You can just go to the liquor store and just stock up.
You don't have to do that. It Specs delivers. Yeah. DoorDash.
Well, you can anybody deliver.
Well,
Yeah, DoorDash does all that. All you have to do is hit them up, get on the app, and you can get all that delivered to you.
Man,
You don't need to go out, people.
remember the old days when there was nothing like that, and we just had to sit at home and.
Listen. I'll tell you this. I'm thankful for GPS. Because if it weren't for GPS, I wouldn't know where the hell I was going in life.
Yo, I was thinking about the same thing because I remember the old days. I
Had the right directions down.
I remember we're going. Me and my dad were trying to find his sister's new place, and we had a long list of where you had to go and turn. And he goes, remember, there's this thing where you have to turn. That's this building on the right. Make sure you turn on that side. And then remember maps, the big old maps you have to keep in your car.
Yes.
I remember stopping at the gas station and getting a map.
Or stopping and get the gas station and get directions. How do you get to Highway 88?
Yeah.
Well, you go back out here, and then you go back here, and you should be right there.
I have not heard anyone ask me for directions in years.
No, because you have GPS now. So I'm thankful for. If it's one thing in life I'm thankful for, it's GPS. especially when we go out of town.
It is the internet is great. I'm sorry, it might have bring some bad things, but it's a lot more great things than anything.
Well, we
Makes it
do
more
have some
convenient.
breaking news to start off with. We found out that a Western Conference team in the NBA, well, not even that, 20% of NBA teams, their players are testing positive for the COVID-19. Right? So one name that has come out is the Joker. The Joker has tested positive for the coronavirus.
I don't want to be like mean about this, and I hope he does get better. Hope he's safe and his family's safe. Mavericks just got it a little easier in the Western Conference playoffs, just to move up.
That's
in the
what you're
standings.
looking for right now. In a time like this, just worry about the Mavericks winning, huh?
They're on my team. Just saying. Just saying.
Wow, what a morbid way to just start off.
If he can't play, I'm sorry, but move on. Help the Mavericks escape that number 2 matchup with the Clippers.
But weren't you don't do sports 2020?
I'm still in.
You still am? You
But
don't
it's
want
going to
sports
happen.
stuff?
I'm still going to watch.
Well, of course, you have to. It's your job, right?
Yeah.
So I was starting to get on that bandwagon with you. Of maybe we just need to not do sports this year, but the world is in such a rush to get everything back, and it's like, okay, we got NASCAR already. NASCAR was supposed to be the testing zone, right? So has anybody in NASCAR tested positive?
Not
Have
that
they
I
had
know
any
of.
crew
I mean,
hits?
all I know is that they messed up an investigation so far.
No, we'll get on that in a second.
What do you mean they mess up?
Oh, don't worry, we'll get on that. We'll get on that in a second
We'll
here.
talk about it.
We'll talk about that. That's
I
one.
already know what you're talking about, and you're wrong. But
We will get on that. But what golf? Oh, we had somebody in golf test positive.
Yes, that's
We had a
true.
golfer test positive.
He probably, I don't know. I don't remember his name.
I don't remember his name, but we had one the other day.
He was
He
one
was-
of the big ones.
Yeah, he was playing, and then he wasn't feeling well.
And we have NFL players, of course.
Yep, we
NFL
got Zeke.
tennis player is a tennis player.
Yep, the tennis player tested positive. Well, okay, but he threw a party in the middle of coronavirus.
Yeah.
So
Just-
Dak and Zeke.
well, Dak's clear, and
Dax paid.
well, don't you don't worry about
But
that.
Walt was wrong again. Just FYI, just wanted to throw that out there. Wrong again.
About
Walt.
what?
We'll talk about it. Continue what we're about to go into.
And then we got Zeke, and now we got NBA players tested. And NBA is supposed to go to Florida here in a couple weeks to Disney World and start playing. So
Which is actually like the hot spot. Florida's a hot spot.
yeah.
Burning hot.
So
I'm actually
EA,
going to Tampa next week.
Staying away from the studio. I'm just kidding.
My mom and my brother are there.
so EA,
Yeah.
this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, and I'm fine with that. If I had to be the bad guy and look down upon or frown down upon, players getting it now and getting over it may be a good thing for us come September, October. Because think about it, if Zeke's had it or he's got it, and he was like, "I'm fine. I haven't had any symptoms." Right. So now, if any other player gets it, basically the way we look at it is the only way the NFL
People
isn't having the
leave
season.
alone.
The only way the NFL is not gonna go a season is if somebody dies from it. That's the only way I see the NFL not going through.
And I hope not.
Because if Zeke gets through it and other players have gotten it and they don't, nothing happens, they're gonna be like, well, they're fine.
All right, so let's talk about this. What's what we don't know, and just in general, whether it's sports or the rest of regular people. They don't tell us, like, obviously, like, I get emails from our radio station every day of the new cases. There's 16,000 cases in Dallas County. 300 people have died out of 16,000. So the question is, if you catch it and you survive it, can you still pass it on, or what the hell's going on with the people that catch it and survive it?
Yeah, and so that's a big question because I know there's one. It's rare. There was one story of a woman. She got corona, got over it, then she got it again.
Right.
Now, but that's apparently scientists are saying that's very rare that could happen. So once you do get it, at least for the time being, you have the antibodies to protect you because naturally, when you get over a sickness, you have those antibodies in you for a little bit because your body is more alert to it. It's just like, oh, we
Right,
know
but is
who
it
that
still
is.
contagious after you got it?
Not as much, but you do have viral shedding, meaning like the virus is still somewhat shedding after you get over it. It's still going over. You're not as contagious though. You're very low. It's a very low risk. So that's why they think that once you get over the coronavirus, you can return back into society as normal.
Well, yeah, because I know my neighbor in our complex, he had it, and he works in the medical field, and they got him going back. I mean,
Yeah.
he quarantined for 3 weeks,
What I think once
and then they brought him back to work.
generally, and of course, there's rare.
He's wearing a mask,
Yeah,
but
I think generally when you're and talk about anything, there's always going to be like anomalies or outliers. There's always like that. But I think in general, for the most part, once you get it and then you're done with it, I think you're good to go for at least a year.
So
Well, because there's someone in the studio that had it over camera
Yeah.
and is in the studio every day.
Yeah.
So here's my thing about the mask deal too. So okay, so we were talking about this in the barbershop. So you gotta wear a mask coming to the barbershop, right?
Yeah.
So when you come in there, and I see it all the time, they come in there, they grab the door handle to come in, right? That everybody touches, and then they're sitting over there doing this with their mask. And I'm like, you realize you just probably just gave yourself corona by just sitting there just messing with the mask alone. No, that when I'm cutting your hair too, and your hair falls down, it covers all the mask. It gets all over. So sometimes I just tell people, man, you might as well take a mask. It's gonna get messed up. It's gonna get dirty.
I think once you get into the, but I'm surprised you guys don't have to wear masks.
Yeah.
We don't.
Well, I might have to change because did you not?
I know the girl who does my nails. When I go in there, they all have masks on. We have to have masks on. They also take our temperature as we walk in. We also have to sign a waiver that if anything was to happen, we can't sue them. And a lot of businesses are doing that now.
Yeah, and I think it's going to start becoming prominent because Abbott came out, and Governor Abbott of Texas, he just pretty much just like, oh shit.
Well, he only made Dallas County. He only made
No,
Dallas.
he's
County.
saying he's about to give mayors the power to do.
Yeah, he
what
did,
has
but
to do.
that's what I'm saying. So Dallas County right now is the only place that that's mandated for masks. Like
I know.
I'm in Tarrant County.
I know. I think the rest are about to start.
Well, when they do
following
it, then
I know, but I think Abbott got scared. He was seen really scared in the last press conference. Like,
I mean, here's the thing about hair salons, okay, barbers, whatever. We work in sanitation, so from the time I finish one haircut, there's so much stuff I got to do as far as cleaning my clippers,
Oh, yeah.
washing my hands, all that.
I think I'm not worried, or I wouldn't be worried of people who are already in businesses because you guys are already required to do so much
Yeah,
to make.
we've been there. We've been there
anyway.
a month, no cases. Nobody's come in sick. Nobody's left out sick.
Wood, bro.
Yeah, knock on wood. I don't.
I'm just saying nobody. I mean, if it happens,
I
it
know,
happens.
I know,
But I'm
I know.
saying for a month now, we've been over. Even with the numbers spiking, everybody's felt fine.
I mean,
We've been the same
I
people
had
coming-
a guy, not the guy that caught it, but I had another. We were at the pool the other day in my complex, and he works in healthcare. He works from home, and this is his statement. He said, "It's not if you get COVID, but
when.
it's when."
Yeah, that's why I feel like everybody's
And I
gonna get
was
it. I feel like everybody's gonna get it. I'm sorry, because you may be as careful as you want to be, but the person next to you might not be as careful.
It's a numbers game. It's a
Yeah.
numbers game. You eventually, it's so contagious that you. But the funny thing is, you probably have it and you don't even know it, and you probably won't ever experience any symptoms. Because again, the virus is weird. I think the virus, what it does is, once it gets in you, I think most people, I think about 80%, the virus kind of chills in you and you don't really feel it. The other 20%, if you're somewhat weak, the virus can fuck you up. And so-
Well, I mean, to start off last night, I had a pot of greens, so
oh, okay, of
there's
course. I'm
that.
sorry.
There's that.
Remember, people.
That's that
breaking.
black
hold on.
people remedy right there.
Walt Chisholm, if you want to go find him, go follow him at Just the Advocate. He'll teach you all the great ways to take down
Two
forget
things-
the science community.
Is that what your dad
Two
said?
things, greens and castor oil. You will be just fine.
Is that
Castor
what your-
oil is the worst thing that you will ever taste in your life, but it keep that flu. No, that's a Mimo thing, sweetheart.
So what do we got next on our first segment?
Mimo. Whenever the flu would come around, go in there, give me that castor oil. Gonna get you a tablespoon of it. That, and she would make me eat tomatoes with salt and pepper. Cut them up.
Why did she make
I do
me
love
eat
tomato.
I mean, I have castor oil. It's supposed to make your hair grow.
It's also good for your insides too. It
I
keep
just
it helps
add-
keep it.
add
It helps.
apple cider vinegar.
It helps keep it helps keep viruses away from you. Seriously, that's why it's an old folks remedy, or us country folks, as they like to say. They tell us to go take a
You're
tablespoon
the
of castor oil.
least country person I ever met in my life.
No, I got some country in me. Everybody laugh at me when I say soda water.
Yeah, why do you do that?
That's
Coke.
no, it's soda water.
called Coke.
It's called a
No.
soda water.
No, there's a such thing as soda
I know,
water.
but you
But
just call it Coke.
everything's a
All
soda
of it's
water to
Coke.
me.
Okay, even Sprite's Coke in some way. That's what the people in the South say. They say Coke or Dr. Pepper.
No, they say pop.
That's the North. The South, they say Coke. That's Coke down here.
Okay. Well, you're right. Let's take a break when we come back. Let's get into this baseball shamble right here. I got a
You're
feeling.
gonna do that without Tobox.
I got a feeling that I have good information. By the time we start this baseball segment, The reason we're here, the man of the hour will be here. So
Because that's kind of a tease for him. Like, that's messing with him. Like, hey, we're going to do baseball without you.
don't worry, I've got verbal confirmation right here that by the time we start this segment, he'll either be walking up or he will interject himself in this conversation.
Okay.
So baseball next right here on DallasOnAir.com.
60 games is going to be wild.
Lead of Game 6. There goes Beltre on ball 4. 2 on, 1 out. Did he go? No.
No strikeout called on Cruz. I think he went around.
Almost hit him to load the bases. Into center field, a base hit. Beltre scores. Here comes Napoli. It's cut off. And it's a 3-run Ranger lead. 5-2 in the third. To the right side. A race to the bag. The out at second. It's first and third. Base hit. Cruz scores. A left fielder, Delman Young, boots it. Throw to the plate too late. Both runners advance. It's 7-2. Infield is in the 0-1. To the shortstop, Peralta comes home, and Gentry's caught in a rundown. And tagged by Avila, but the runners move up to second and third, 2 out. Michael Young, who got the first RBIs of this inning and game for the Rangers, tied it up with a 2-run double. Earlier in this inning, we're back with the bases loaded. Into right field, slicing down the line fair. The ball stays in play. 2 runs will score. And Hamilton had to put the brakes on around third. It's 9-2 in the third inning. He's had to go to Schlereth.
The Texas Rangers are American League champions.
It's funny because Taker tells us.
I can guarantee you that Tovash will be here before the segment is over.
You said
I can guarantee
that
you.
he'd be here before the segment.
I said before it was
Now
over.
I'm looking.
Trust
I don't
me.
see a Tovash.
He will be here before the segment is over. Anytime there's a conversation where baseball's around,
Oh, you think that he hears and he's
He-
Kind of like when he's like, "Oh, I'll be there in 20 minutes," and an hour later he shows up.
oh,
Kinda
wow.
like that.
Wow. Put the man on
Wow.
Front Street.
Yeah, I mean it's fact.
frustration at the end.
Yeah.
No, that's fact.
Man's just trying to put some food on it. Man's just trying to make some money, feed his daughter. I mean,
Anyways,
just saying. Just saying. But EA,
What's up?
celebratory day, somewhat. There you go. You're being optimistic, man. I need you to be fully invested. I need you to be in. I need you to be.
All right, fine.
Yeah, I need you to be excited because baseball. It has been announced that they are coming back,
Yes, they are.
and we're getting 60 games, right?
60 games, and all I have to say is
Knocked off
about
100.
fucking time, and how pathetic it is. Because guess what? That whole negotiating for 3 or 4 months, they just got back to where they were in March.
Is this
That
really?
they agreed on.
Is this
that's,
really-
That's how pathetic those two sides were. And I've said it all. And Tova's not here. I'm going to say it now because he might kill me when I say this.
Uh-oh.
If they didn't get the season back in time, baseball was on the decline. And I said it, in about 20 years, it's going to be dropped down, and it's losing popularity day by day by day. The younger
That's a
kids.
lie.
Because the young kids are, first of all, the younger kids aren't, the younger generations are not getting into baseball as like the main sport to watch. It's not as entertaining as it used to be, and they're the one sport that's still back in the olden days. They still kind of do things traditionally the same way, and a lot of people like that, but a majority of younger people don't like it. The ratings are down in the tubes. They haven't been the most popular sport for a while now, and now you're pissing on the fans that you do love.
yeah, but what you're missing though, they do have a perfect opportunity right now because there is no sport. So
That's
if there
true, yeah.
happened to be the first sport to come back on, they could jump right
It's
back
true,
up quick.
and that's
Quickly.
and I'm glad they find. That's why I said I'm glad they put their heads out of their asses and finally realize like we cannot. Because here's the thing: they're going to have another labor dispute in about the end of next year because their CBA ends. So we already this was just a preview, and if they couldn't get any baseball playing now, that would have been a nail in their coffin for their sport. And so I don't know. So right now I'm excited for them. I just think it's ridiculous it took them this long to figure it out.
So, okay. So, we got 60 games.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know the official start date. Do we have that?
So what the rumors are is that July 24th is the kind of the date they've been throwing out there as the official start date, but they don't have anything official. We do know this: within the next 72 hours, the MLB will release the schedule. The 2020 schedule will be released within sometime the next 72 hours. So we'll know exactly when the Rangers will be playing, who they'll be playing, what time, all that, all dandy, all the greatness there. July 1st, they've all agreed. Everything's been agreed on, the health protocols and everything. So on July 1st, we'll have teams report into training, spring training camps. Right now, they're being the ones in Arizona and in Florida are being deep cleaned because there were some COVID tests being popped up there. So they're deep cleaning those training sites right now. But after that, July 1st, baseball players return back to work.
Just quick question. Have any baseball players tested positive?
Yes, there were some members of, I believe, the Phillies. They tested positive. I did a Sports Center on it I think last week. So there are a few baseball players that have tested positive, some minor league players. So there is some concern. Is it widespread? I don't think so. But you never know. Again, they're going to start testing again. So that's a concern. We'll see. There's a lot of the fact was that most of this was just the players and the owners fighting over money during a national crisis, which I still think is ridiculous.
So am I understanding that the players didn't really agree to it and they were just like, we're just going to play anyway?
So what happened was this: back in March when this all hit, players were like, yeah, we get it. There's a coronavirus thing going on. We might not be able to play. We'll get a season going. So they had a kind of they agreed to a pay cut back in March. Owners said, thank you, we're good. Then about like a month or two later, they came back. Like we kind of looked back on their books and said, it looks like we're going to lose a lot more money. We're going to take more pay cuts and less games or all that. And the players were like, fuck off. We want our money. We already agreed to this. And we're already taking half the risk by playing anyway. So that was it. That was 3 to 4 months of them going back and forth over stupid things. Honestly, it was about $24 million was the issue. It was I remember they said it was the cost of one starting pitcher.
So, Mr. Zod,
That's my name.
Yes, I can't call you that, right?
Yes, you can.
You often do radio over at the Four Letter Word.
Yes.
And I'm curious to know if said new Globe Life field opens up and they say we're already at 50% capacity. If they say fans can come in, will you be in attendance at the first game of the of opening day? Let's just call it opening day. Will you be in attendance at opening day?
No.
Can you please tell the people at home why would you not be in attendance for opening day?
One, because I'm not going to be able to afford it. I just probably wouldn't be able to afford it. Second of all, I don't know if media will be allowed, so I'm not sure if you're asking as a media person.
Whoa. Oh, so you can only go to things if you're considered media? You can't go as considered.
He
what you
just said he couldn't go because he
Fan.
couldn't afford it.
I said one
Well,
way or
you're
not.
not listening to him.
Don't let him fool you. He's got paper.
I don't know.
I've seen him pull some rabbits out of head. He got paper.
Anyway.
He just don't want to spend it, but he got it.
No. But I personally, and this is my personal thing, I wouldn't feel comfortable going to a game until I personally get a vaccine.
A vaccine? Okay, you want to get a vaccine?
For me to go to like large sporting events, yes, I wouldn't, and I'm not, and that's just me on everything. I on traveling out on an airplane or or going places like that. That's it. But that's the only chance I'll go if I get a vaccine. For other people, I don't know. It's up to them. It's my thing. I think this 50% recommendation thing is going to change.
Okay.
But I'm sorry, we got to stop.
Don't worry. Yes, you're right. We do have to stop. Zach, if you could, please hit that music and roll that beautiful bean footage because joining us right now in the studio is the reason we're all here tonight. He's the highlight of the night. Oh, I keep having to bring this up. He's 2014's first round draft pick for you, EA.
I didn't get drafted in 2015, so.
No, you were signed off the free agency pool, but it didn't matter because we had our star right here ready to go. Because joining us now in the studio is at Tovash 10 as we talk his favorite sport, baseball. And I don't know if you saw this yesterday on his Twitter. I sent him a tweet because he had a situation where he actually talked God, sports, and porn in one conversation. You should have seen it. It was amazing. I had tweeted him God, sports, and porn with a question mark. He's like, you know it.
All in one tweet.
All in one tweet. Just happened like that.
I'm surprised.
It was the Griffey swing.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
It was something about sex and God
and like doing hair weave and cutting grass and
Well, I know Ken Griffey Jr. is your favorite player, right?
baseball player.
Yes. He's every kid's favorite baseball player. Every kid.
Now let me ask you a question.
The shoes had the check up there at the top. Everybody had a pair of Ken Griffey Juniors back
I
in
still
there.
got him.
Did you see that?
I had the green and black
thing
ones.
about him when they asked him, goes, "Hey, the Yankees ever sign you?" And him, and his just little cocky
I felt
response.
him on that. He signed the autographs and he goes, the Yankees can ask me, or tell me that, hey, I need one person to do this, that. I prefer to retire.
He goes, I don't care if the Yankees are the last team on earth. He would never play for the Yankees.
I'd rather retire.
How the hell are you, man? It's a celebratory day for you right now.
What happened?
We got baseball back.
Won a lot of,
That's I thought that'd be winning the lottery for you.
Yeah, no.
Lindsay, I don't know if you know this guy here. When baseball is afoot, he dresses up like a baseball player when he goes to the games. I don't know if you ever seen that before. It's pretty
Everybody's
amazing.
seen it because he puts it on Twitter every time or Instagram.
And Instagram.
So we've all seen
Oh, you're doing it on Instagram. Yeah, he's got it.
What's up, y'all?
So when you read baseball's back, and by the way, I don't know if you know this, it's official now.
It's like official.
Yeah, the
official,
MLBPA agreed with them. And all the July 1st, everybody's reporting back to work. So,
What string did you pull to make this happen?
I didn't pull any strings. The only thing I said was play ball.
I think they listened.
They listened.
Which, I mean, kudos to you guys in MLB. If you turn it around, it's BLM, Black Lives Matter.
Okay, all right. If that's what you want to go with.
No, but like,
I didn't know we were doing that tonight.
I'm very excited because I actually get to go to games now. And
How are you gonna go?
What?
Well, we just asked EA the question. If said we're already at 50%, right? By the
50%,
by the time this thing opens, I just asked my buddy right now, if possible, would he be willing to tailgate for opening day?
I guarantee you, Walt.
Yes.
The very moment they announce a game, the first game at the New Globe, then I'm sure there will be tailgaters.
Yes.
But the governor just came out and put restrictions on gatherings.
Wasn't he the
outside.
same guy?
Hold on, no, but he came out because the cases are spiking. The governor said he had restrictions on gatherings over 500 outside.
Look at his
Now
face.
it's restrictions on gatherings over 100.
Yeah. So this was the
So
same
how
guy
we
that
gonna
told.
tailgate with under
This is
100
the same guy who
people in
told
the
Shelley
parking
Luther
lot?
that she didn't have to.
Is the question. Then again, those protests, nobody cared then either. That's
Nope.
why we have a spike in cases too.
Exactly.
Hell no, you would not blame the protesters.
I'm not
for a
blaming
spike
the
in their
protesters,
bleeding.
but what the hell did you think was going to happen?
Well,
Y'all didn't think the cases were going to spike after that? That's all. I'm not blaming nobody.
I will say this on the protest. I do find it funny though because
I
right
ain't
before
blaming nobody.
right before the Black Lives Matter protest, there was the "We want to work." We don't want
Okay, thank
protest
you.
at the Capitol.
Yeah, yeah.
And that didn't apparently.
Yeah,
nobody
that
cared
part.
about that.
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
wasn't it. How many people were in the downtown Dallas?
A whole
20,000
bunch
people?
a whole bunch of motherfuckers with guns
Yeah, but it wasn't 20,000 people.
pointing in the face of nurses and doctors.
Last
It's
time I
the
checked, I don't-
same germs, Lindsay. The same germs.
Last time I
But
checked, guys like me and you don't
I'm
have
not
guns.
blaming nobody. I'm just saying that it's not surprising that the cases are spiking. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So
I ain't blaming nobody. I'm just saying, what the fuck do you think's gonna happen when 20,000 people are in the street together during a pandemic? That's
Okay,
what I'm
then.
saying.
So, okay. Good.
That's all I'm saying.
waiting on the
quick.
numbers from that Trump rally. Really waiting on the numbers.
I am too.
That a rally that
because
What,
they,
for the
they-
five people that were there.
There were more than 5.
Well,
it was 6,000.
they actually all had unprotected sex, space sex, with the president. So him get out the helicopter looking like he got beat up by like Roy Jones and shit.
I saw a
What was
lady.
that about?
Saw a lady with a shirt on that said "Trump can grab my crotch." At the
No, she did
yeah,
not.
she had a church. She had a
Ooh,
down
all right,
arrow.
So moving away from politics, back
Yeah.
to sports.
I was never trying to get into politics. I was just saying.
I know,
like,
but we kind of got on.
Well, before you go
because
there,
he took it the wrong way.
well, I was getting ready to say. I mean, this is the same guy who said Shelley Luther, her opening her business was not a violation of his order.
Where is she at? Where's
Keep it
Plus-
after.
she still hasn't followed me yet. Bro.
Well, okay. Oh,
Are you for
trying to-
real?
I
Are
actually-
you for real right
I think
now?
she like Twitter stalked me and saw that I was the other wing, and
you
then
mean?
she was like, "Hell no!" I ain't
she sent me a
following
follow. I mean, we're good.
her." But yeah, you're for that side.
What side?
Yeah.
The white girls?
Anyway,
What are you doing?
What are we doing in today's climate? What are we doing right now?
So, baseball, July 1st it starts. But so I also want to get just because we had a little interesting point here, and we're going to talk a little bit about sports now.
Sorry,
real
Ian.
sports.
Sorry,
real
Ian.
sports.
We didn't mean to put your
God
president
for-
down.
God forbid we don't talk about sports on the sports show.
Oh yeah.
We had a good conversation.
they'll come
I wanna
after
take
us.
His side with 60 games. You said you brought it up. I mean, it's exciting because it's like a free for all. These guys haven't played in 3 or 4 months. They've been kind of laying around. Everybody's kind of on an even kneel. I know talent still matters, but with 60 games, I know people didn't think the Texas Rangers were a possibility to make the playoffs this year, but now could they still sneak in?
Yes. Good question. And here's what I'll say. So it's almost like a 100-yard dash. It's almost like the Kentucky Derby when it comes to just a straight sprint to the finish line. It is essentially a whole sprint, and the Rangers do have a chance. All you gotta do is have solid pitching.
Which they
Starting
kinda,
pitching.
and they kind of do that. They do kind of have good starting pitching. It's not the best, but it's average.
They can contend with pretty much all you gotta do is have three
Yeah.
guys, 3 quality starting pitchers. You got 2 already with Minor and Kluber, and then you went and drafted a couple of guys. And so, like, I think that the Rangers are good there. The Sticks, okay. And so I'm really not. I'm very excited because I'm just like, you know what? Do like the San Antonio Spurs did in 1999. For those of you who wasn't
Yeah, he wasn't watching at that time, so go in more detail.
EA watched sports 2 years ago. I don't know if you know. But
2006.
Whoa.
This makes it
About
2006.
2 years
He
ago.
said 99, so that was before.
That's 20. That's 14 years ago. Let's
14
go.
years ago. So add about 7 years to that. So in 1999, the Spurs snuck up and shocked the world.
They did.
And then that was the birth of Tim Duncan and David Robinson and Avery Johnson and Sean Elliott and all those guys.
The Twin Towers.
Like, they snuck up and shocked everybody. All you gotta do, Texas Rangers, if you play for the Rangers and you watch this show, first of all, thank you for tuning in, but do that same thing and then start a dynasty. I mean, the actual opportunity is there because...
Okay, but the question is, but how are they...
Wait, the talent is there, though.
Not for a dynasty.
Okay, but hold on, time out. We're drumming way too far ahead.
No,
but the question is, okay, but there's the opportunity there, but how are they going to actually operate the playoffs when the season's cut in half? Like, is it cut in half or is it cut to a third?
I mean, they cut 100 games.
60 games.
So how many? 60 games normal.
Cut 100.
Normally they get 160.
162.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. I understand that. So I'm saying, how are we going to operate now to the playoffs?
So it's
All right,
60, you play 60 games. Whoever leads in your division after 60 games wins, and then whoever.
So the playoffs are just going to go off normal, just of 60 games instead of 160. So is that even fair? Do you even count this year? Would this even be a start of the dynasty?
A tarnished championship.
Asterisk, yeah.
Well, don't asterisk.
No,
It's
going to happen.
No.
I'm telling you.
No,
right now,
we're not asterisk anything.
It's only asterisk if Houston makes it.
Thank you. That's a good point by Zach over there.
2020 itself is going to have an asterisk in the calendar.
It won't though, because I guarantee you, if the Rangers outlast every single fucking team out there, if there's a parade on Ackert and Irvay and Pacific and all these other streets downtown Dallas,
I'll be there with a mask on.
or in Arlington or Fort Worth. First of all, I will be there. Second of all, I'm
with
not
a mask on or
thinking
not?
about. Nah, I ain't wearing no mask. I'm kissing chicks,
Okay.
like on the forehead. On the forehead. But like I'm hugging everybody, and then I'm going. We did it. We won it.
You're gonna act like that sailor on that World War II photo.
All them doing is no. That's not me. That's not me. Speaking of like baseball and shit, EA comes in here with the whole umpire shirt on.
How's this an umpire shirt?
I mean, mine's the black stripe right here,
You're out.
and the face mask and everything. Like boom, you're out. But no, like I mean, it's okay. So it's amazing that they actually agreed, for one, and then two, y'all agreed to a 60-game sprint. Any team, any and every
You
single
know what's
team.
going to happen, right, though? You know exactly what's going to happen next year. Let's say they play the whole year out. Let's say Rangers win it all. You know what's going to happen next year. Every team in the MLB are going to be like, that don't mean shit because
they
it was
won't.
60.
Nah,
it was 60
all right.
games. It wasn't a full season. You know they're gonna talk shit. It doesn't matter if it's the Texas Rangers or the Yankees.
I bring up the '99 Spurs, bro. Like the '99 Spurs won a fucking championship on a strike-shortened season.
What about
a strike-shortened
LeBron?
season?
What about LeBron's in their first championship against Oklahoma? That was a short season.
It was.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas Day. Mavericks. Mavericks. He started that.
And people forget that part. It's what I'm saying. Like, I'm excited because, like, they said, oh, Bosh, there's a season. I was like, well, really? I actually get to go to games?
Here's the thing. I will make a point. Also, this division's kind of wide open because Houston still dealing with the aftermath of their cheating scandal. Who knows?
Nobody even talks about that anymore.
I know, but
It's coming. It's coming. It's
And then,
coming.
You gonna bring it back, Vosh?
Oh,
So,
hell yeah.
okay, so you have the Angels. The Angels are somewhat of a contender. The Mariners, I don't know. Every year I hear the Mariners are supposed to be contenders and they don't do shit. You're better than Oakland, I think.
The Mariners are pretty much like football's or baseball's Cardinals. Like Mays would say, it's the Cardinals, it's the Cardinals, it's the Cardinals. That's the Mariners in baseball.
Okay.
Just like last year, they started off well, and then all of a sudden, they're cell dwellers. Look out for like people like the Twins, and people like in the AL. Of course, the Yankees, the Sox, the Rays last year had an amazing season.
So is Tampa Bay gonna with the Rays and the Bucks?
The Rays are going to be really impressive. The Rangers, not so much. Don't look for it. But if lightning strikes, then of course you're going to have damage on the ground.
It's funny how you just switched because like 5 minutes ago you were celebrating outside, kissing
No,
people's foreheads.
It's fun because again, it's a sprint. It's almost like the Derby.
You're right, because it's more like, hey, get excited. I know this year, if we had a 162 game season, most people would have been like, yawn, the Rangers suck this year. I'm not going to pay attention much. But with 60 games, there's a chance you could watch and see what your team can do and compete down the stretch, which is why it's exciting that sports are somewhat back. Now I will throw a little water on this.
Oh shit!
Oh,
here we go.
I just want to know why we're putting an asterisk around.
They're gonna put an asterisk on everything.
Why are we asterisk?
Or
If that's the case, then why are we starting sports then?
I said don't start sports. I've been saying that.
Why are you saying?
But why do you want to diminish guys' accomplishments? That's what I
I don't want to
understand.
diminish anyone.
Sounds like you kind of did.
Why are you trying to take money out of people's pockets?
I'm
Yeah.
not trying to. I'm trying to put it in my pockets. Now,
Hold on. Let's.
Here we go. The girl with the blue dress that matches the car that she just bought. Back to
Yeah, you motherfucking right. Next, because you match all your outfits too, so don't even talk shit.
I really
So
do coordinate.
next, what I was about to say is this. I'm just gonna talk to the point of you saying we would take money out of people's pockets. These athletes that get paid millions of dollars.
Oh Lord.
Hold on. Listen, I'm all about it because you know I defend them and not taking people's dreams away because I understand what that's like. But what I'm saying is, I would like sports back. I'm not saying I don't want sports back, but at the same time, if we had to take 1 year off, then make it. If they had to take $24 million off for 1 year, they'd be all right.
That's
Okay.
not true because
cannot do that.
some people bills are 24
can't do that.
or $1,000
I will say this:
million
the
100,000.
We always talk about million, the athletes are being so rich and all that. I will say this: that's
So not
the
all of
ones
them
we
are.
know. Yeah,
Not all of them.
There's
No,
like-
100%.
There's
I know
like that 15th guy on the roster who's like, I'm struggling.
Well, not even that. All that money you see they record it, they don't get all that.
Like LeBron.
Staffs or people that clean the stadiums. Those are the people that's going to affect more so than the actual athletes.
Yeah.
Those people that.
Okay, but if you can't get them in the arena to get paid to play whatever, they ain't got no jobs.
Here are two guys right here that like live day to day through stadium stuff.
Yeah.
And so I actually get it because the opportunities are gone.
Yeah.
You actually went from 162 to 60. So that's the shit goes from 81 to 30 opportunities inside of a stadium.
Yeah.
A brand new stadium, by the way.
Yeah, which a lot of
Which
people were.
would have sold
counting
out,
on. Yeah.
which would have sold out every single home game because it's fresh, it's new. It's almost like that new chick that you got,
Here we go.
Every time I see her, I'm banging because she's the hot chick and she's new. So yes,
Isn't that some toxic stuff he's doing over there?
He's always toxic. We already know that.
This guy here.
it's real.
Uh,
It's real life.
my thing was, I think the way the cases are going, I think we're gonna get a stoppage
Of what?
of the season.
You won't.
No, you won't.
Well,
they're not closing down again.
No, here's the thing: the players are gonna say
Walt
"Fuck
hasn't been
this."
right about anything about this pandemic, or Dak Prescott, so we don't know if we can really trust anything that you say, Walt, but
I would love to know what I've been wrong about.
You won't know. Yeah.
I was-
Hey, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, it
all
is. My
that's
thing
all
is,
it
I'm just reading the tea leaves because the players seem like so we're hearing from the NBA PA and the MLB PA. They're like, we want to make sure that safety is number one concern. We don't want to catch this thing, and I feel like if one or two of their players or three or four of their players start popping up throughout the season, they're going to be like, "Hey, go home, stay home. We ain't playing anymore."
Well, see, that's my point earlier about athletes. If they start getting it and start getting over it, and nobody starts showing really any symptoms, they're gonna be like, they're fine. He might get it, and we'll be back.
Well, everybody's different though. But
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Well, we got to see how these football players, how it comes out with Zeke and all them
who was
right
the
now.
guy from the Broncos who got it earlier?
I know. I couldn't remember his name. I saw that.
Von
the other
Miller.
day.
So
Von Miller got it?
Yep.
Yeah, way early in the
about like a month ago though.
Okay.
No, I didn't
yeah.
Have we
early.
heard anything? About
No, he came out and said, I mean, he's fine now, but
And he has asthma.
Yeah, that's what but he came out and said that he suffered through it a lot. It was bad for him, but luckily, he survived and he was fine now. But
Do we understand? Okay. All right. So
I don't know how it's going to affect everybody. Zeke's a machine, so it probably won't affect him.
wait. I need everybody to understand this part. Everybody in here, everybody out there.
Oh, it's about to be knowledge dropping.
No. It's real though.
It is real.
No, absolutely. Oh, 100%.
I'm not saying it's not real.
No. Y'all haven't seen people that are suffering
Yeah.
When I say suffering, I mean like waking up crying and going to bed crying, and it's just 3 p.m. Like going to bed crying at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Can't fucking breathe type shit. Like some people, 27, 28, 29 years old, are going through it to what a part to, you know, to,
Well,
to the
you know
point
what I
to where,
think? I think there's two different. I think there's different strains of
no,
it.
it doesn't matter. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
You're suffering.
Right.
Okay? You're suffering from coronavirus, COVID-19. COVID-19 hurts. All right? It may not hurt Lindsey, but that shit will hurt Walt.
It did hurt me.
Walt and Lindsey play on the same team.
What do you mean you didn't?
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, so that you're basically making the point that why we shouldn't have sports though.
No. We should have sports. Okay, and here's why. Walt and Lindsey should be tested. I don't care how good Walt is. I don't care how good Lindsey is. Because there are two people standing behind y'all that want to play the same sport that y'all do. So
makes
sports
sense.
should continue. But let's not underestimate the power of this disease. Like, understand that.
We
I don't think
can't,
anybody,
but
nobody's
People are though,
underestimated.
because
No,
people like Walt. Okay, sorry, but people like Walt are going, hey, you know what? To hell with the mask. To hell with gloves. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. Oh, now I see what's going on. EA, you're in the studio today, but you dodged the studio for a long ass time, and then all of a sudden you're like, all right, you know what? I really don't see it hitting home, so I'm gonna go ahead and brave it. But the people that are going through the trenches need to understand that, like, yo, Liz Cambridge, by the way, been through it. Now that motherfucker is out there like advocating, man, stay home, wear masks, wear gloves, shower every 3 minutes type stuff, because she been through it and she suffered through it. I promise you, when I had the flu, I remember saying this, you know what? I don't wish the flu on Donald Trump. That's how much the flu affected my body,
Do you
bro.
still feel that way now? Or?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Donald Trump catch 5 flus.
Okay.
Even when he got like yesterday, he was getting up the he was getting up the helicopter and he looked like beaten up, and I was like, "What's wrong with him?"
I think he had it already.
I was like, "What's wrong with
Remember
him?"
he said he tested positive.
You know what he looked like?
He tested positively negative, so he's negatively positive. Yeah, that's what it
yeah,
is.
and I was like,
No,
The fuck
when
wrong
he
with
looked,
him?
no, because it was just right after the rally, and he was really mad about the word.
Do not say numbers.
No. I'm saying because that's all he cares about. He's
Numbers don't lie,
Nah,
Bosh.
bro.
No, but he was just right after the rally. I'm just saying that's what
I
it
can't
was.
believe you actually believe anything that comes out of that man's
No,
mouth.
not him. I don't.
The
he
rally?
Never, he never said anything about it.
He's what he said. That's
No,
what
he said he has never said anything about the rally, saying he's excited.
I can't
about
believe
the
you
rally.
believe any of his people what they put out about
Because
him.
people haven't confirmed this. This is what other people are saying.
Man,
They're-
all I know is that I saw video evidence of a beaten down dude with his
Yeah,
tie
'cause-
open.
yeah, he's
getting off a
upset.
damn Air Force One.
What's up,
Iconic Air Force
Correct.
One.
He was expecting a crowd of 100,000 plus, and only 6,000 people showed.
That's funny because 100,000 plus don't show up in one building.
He says because of you thugs that are out there protesting.
No,
is
you
why
know
he
what's
didn't
funny?
show.
Yeah, and this is a small thing. It was just funny though because the Trump campaign expected 1 million
Yeah,
ticket, and most of it were K-pop fans.
Yeah, I heard a
they
lot
were
of kids
trolling.
bought up they reserved the seats and didn't show up.
Respect. But nobody showed up in a southern, very red type part of the country. And so, all right, cool. Y'all didn't show up. Good job. Not supporting this knucklehead. But when I had the flu, bruh, I promise you, I didn't wish it on anybody I hated in my life.
Right now, on my hand,
It sucks.
I have 5 people that I know have it. 3 say I have no symptoms. I'm fine. I haven't felt anything.
That's
And
why I
it's-
think there's 2 different strains.
And then I have 2 that say I was sick for about 2 or 3 days, and now I'm fine.
Okay.
So,
It's a virus. It goes through your body. It does its thing and it leaves. Understand that, y'all. It's a virus. The flu
Right.
is also a virus. It goes through your body differently. Have you ever heard the
24-hour bug? Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard it.
It's unreal. You'll be waking up at 3 a.m, throwing up,
Everywhere.
that way too.
Yeah, I had
Right.
it. I had that one time, and then it caused me to get fired from FedEx.
It sucks. I'm trying to tell y'all. It
That's not
sucks.
the reason you got fired from
No,
FedEx.
it was, but I didn't call in properly to tell them.
But everybody's immune system sucks, okay? So understand that part.
That's why I say eat a pot of greens, man.
So, okay, so like, all right, that's a bit wild. But
That's not a bit.
Hold on, time out. But hold on,
Greens
time
don't
out.
solve
Time out.
everything.
But
Neither
I think we
castor
all
oil.
listen. I think all
Crazy
we
as
here
hell.
on the show all agree the virus is real.
It's
And
a real
they-
thing.
I understand that. I think hopefully our viewers, our listeners are out there believe it. So my thing was, I think the players, the sports, especially with baseball, they're going to go. They have to kind of play through the winter, especially when the playoffs start in October. That's when shit's going to get with flu and all that. I think you're going to start to see a stoppage of play.
Now
That's what I'm worried.
So question: 60 days is to cut off for them playing in the winter, right? Because they don't want to play
60 games.
No, that's what I'm saying. So that cuts off about right when
Well,
winter is.
they're gonna. I don't know because we don't know the exact schedule because Rob Ranford said they're gonna release.
Or is that how many games were left of the season?
No. They're not gonna do the whole. They're building a whole new schedule.
But that's what I'm saying. Was that the game? Did they have? Were they good about
The plan was because from what I heard about during the negotiations, they wanted to get something done in the negotiation quick because if they waited a little longer, they are going to keep pushing this into October, November, which they didn't want to do that.
Right, because they don't want it to tie over. They don't want them playing in the winter.
You pretty much want to end it around the same time you normally.
Right. You don't want to play in the
Right
winter.
now, that's still risky. They're saying.
Well, okay, so late October, early November
is when it
you
wraps up.
Want to wrap it up because the NBA takes precedent.
July 24th
in
is
hockey.
July 24th is the so date where they're throwing out right now is the beginning of real games. So 60 games from July 24th would be around.
That's about halfway. So right now we would be if the season was going on, we'd be halfway.
It would because the All-Star
You'd
break
be right there.
You'd be halfway. Yeah.
That time.
That's
the
right.
All-Star break
Usually like July 13, July 12. I'm usually in Vegas around that time.
Okay, so that makes sense why it's 60 games. So we'd be halfway.
You're right in you fell in line.
Okay.
So kudos to MLB for even coming to an agreement.
I told us probably disagree with me on this one. If I said it, and I said it how it began the segment. They're lucky they did that. Them glad they did that because their sport it was freeling. And
you're a hater anyway, so
they have another unit. This is just a preview. They have another fight coming up in the end of 2021.
Next year, yeah,
and it's going to be hell to pay with that one.
Not really.
They will. These baseball owners are trying to get one over these players.
They're paying their guys $400 million.
I know, but they want to get.
It's been that way for the last 10. 12,
they got different owners.
Years.
I don't think these owners care about baseball. I think a lot of them are just more focused on money.
They want their money because they're paying
especially the Rangers. The Rangers two owners,
Mike Trout and Bryce Harper, at $200 million. Mike Trout is making $400 million.
That's fucking ridiculous.
The Yankees have two guys on their team right now. One is making $300 million.
But of course,
$30 million for 10 years.
And you think the players are going to try to give that up?
Of course not. Which is why we have this grievance going on,
and it's going to continue.
But
they didn't resolve anything with this. They just agreed. Hey, we'll just forget because what I mentioned earlier. It's pathetic that the agreement is the March 26th agreement they had back in the day. So they just wasted our entire month or 4 months of nonsense.
Because those lower line players, which is it's the same thing, y'all. It's the same thing. People scoring at home. It's the same thing as the non-superstar NFL guys, the non-superstar NBA guys. It's the same exact thing. You got the superstars making $100+ million, and then you got the everyday average Joes making the $300,000, $400,000.
I have a question here from Glenn Jackson, the person who made it. Go ahead.
Deja vu, really bad.
Do something silly.
Yeah. Okay.
Part of the Matrix.
So Glenn wants to know: can the Rangers go 35-25 this year?
No.
Okay. He also says, can they make special masks? Can special masks be created to be worn by players where they are comfortable and they can breathe better with them on?
No. Why?
Don't they have that Bane mask, exercise mask they use where you can breathe?
Why wear masks?
On
the field.
What are you doing right now?
Why? If you're getting tested, why?
Exactly. If you're getting tested, there should be no point.
But hold on. Tavash's devil's advocate versus Tavash.
Shots fired at me.
These dudes play every day, right?
Right.
So
what if
these knuckleheads will go out and have fun?
What if let's say we in the dugout, EA touches the bat and I come right behind him?
They're changing that up. So I know that they're going to make sure that everybody. There's no, the old traditional spit-in sunflower seeds above them. They're taking that out. There's the baseball. As soon as multiple players touch a baseball, that baseball's out of commission.
Get the ball out. Okay.
So are they going to be spitting in a cup or something? Is that what we got a cup going around?
Or trash can.
You spit once, but you're out.
What?
Well, Blue can't see everything. Blue, a.k.a. the umpires, they can't see everything.
I'm just saying, basically, they pretty much don't want you doing anything unsanitary. So let me ask you guys too. This I know Tovash is going to be there. I'm not going to be there unless there's a vaccine. Lindsay, would you go to a game if we're back to normal?
Baseball or football?
Baseball.
I don't know yet.
Did you go to a football game?
Yes.
Hell,
Why? It's the same thing.
hell yes.
This gives me a little bit more time.
Hell
That should be
yes.
100%. Yo, you're rolling at my eyes, but I'm telling you 100%. It gives me a little bit more time.
Well, no, she's saying basically.
But I mean, but you're right. I mean, but really, I understand that's hypocritical too because I'm about to travel. So
Time, like, what do you mean time? Like,
Give the
Tell me
time
that.
to let all
baseball
people like
game,
us go
technically,
figure it out.
Baseball starting in 24 days,
July.
right? So we'll say 4 weeks.
Yeah. She means
Football's not going to start
Till
till
September,
September. They're not
and she
even going to do
most likely probably
preseason.
would-
So that's a couple more months to see what happens in between time with the spiking of the cases and
Okay,
things.
here's what's gonna happen. People are gonna catch corona. They're gonna get over it, or they're gonna die.
Correct.
That's it. People are gonna catch the flu. They're gonna get over it, or they're gonna die.
Very
Correct.
So there are germs that are gonna be here until the Lord comes back.
You're 100% with that.
So
But
take
it
your
just-
ass to the ball game.
I'm going.
Okay.
I'll be there. I'm waiting to see if my buddy can tailgate.
Corona was around.
I'll put a mask on for
Corona
that.
was around for the Renegades game. Corona's around right now.
When was that?
During Corona.
In September?
That was February,
Yeah,
March.
February.
Dallas Renegades, XFL.
But when was that when we went to that game?
February,
Yeah, we were out there.
March.
What was the date?
March.
February or damn March, Lindsay.
It wasn't March.
February.
I think
It was February.
It was March.
It was
No,
like
no,
March.
because everything got shut down.
Mid.
Yeah, it was,
Second-
it was
the
anywhere
second week
between
of March.
January and
Yeah,
February.
mid-March.
The
Right.
second
It
week
was-
of March, the first week of March, I was in Nashville, and the last week of February into the first week of March.
It's called Hoodlums and Thugs.
All right. Well, we all agree.
I'll be there.
You scared of
Baseball.
these
Can we
cops?
talk about Dak Prescott now? Jesus Christ!
Do you have a napkin? Are you ready?
Yeah, because
well-
I can't wait to say he was wrong.
Okay. So all right, coming.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll throw the break for you.
Yeah, apparently we're going to find out I'm wrong here
Yeah.
next on
So we're gonna-
DallasOnAir.com.
yeah. So coming up next, Walt finds out he is wrong, and we find out Dak Prescott, is he worth $31 million next year?
Oh, you
Dallas
son of a
Renegades.
bitch. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, wow.
That's the first touchdown reception by the first-year wide receiver Des Bryant, a first-round pick this year out of Oklahoma State.
The Jets only rush 3, and the pass is caught in the end zone by Des Bryant for a touchdown.
On third down, they floated for Bryant. What a throw, what a catch, touchdown. Romo throws and completes for the touchdown.
All the Rams up here, one-on-ones outside. And there's the fade, and it's caught for the touchdown by Des Bryant. Going to throw here on first down for the long ball. Down the sideline, and what a catch! That's Des Bryant who takes it away from McKelvin for the Cowboys touchdown. You want to play man-to-man coverage against Des Bryant. The Buffalo Bills even said they worry about number 88 because of this.
Cowboys must get to the 14 for a first down. Romo throws, and the catch is made by Des Bryant for a Cowboys touchdown.
First and goal, play action pass up the middle, touchdown, Des Bryant. Second and 11. Romo extending the play, and wide open is Des Bryant. Touchdown. Third and goal, Romo fires to the end zone, wide open, touchdown, Des Bryant.
And that is a touchdown. What a beautiful throw by Romo. Des Bryant. Bryant. And it is a touchdown. Romo going for Bryant. Pass is caught for the touchdown. Romo going to go deep. Touchdown. but no momentum for Dallas. Romo flushed, finds Bryant. Instant momentum. Down the sideline. There are no flags. Touchdown, Dallas. Bad snap. Romo for Bryant. He's got it for the touchdown.
And Romo under pressure, but he's going to scramble. Comes back across the field. It's caught by Bryant. And Dez Bryant will take it to the end zone. And Tony Romo has just moved past Troy Aikman, the all-time Cowboy leader in touchdown passes. And you can send a big thank you note to Dez Bryant. Quick flip to the outside. Here's Bryant trying to work his way in and does. Touchdown.
And again, the crossing pattern, and Dez Bryant finds the end zone. And again, first down from the 24. Romo to the end zone, and Bryant has another score for the 6th game in a row. Dez Bryant finds the end zone.
From the 42 on first down, off the play fake. Romo going deep for Bryant. He makes the catch and walks it in for a touchdown. 58 yards from Romo to Bryant. Two tight end set. Romo to Bryant again. He breaks free. And Dez Bryant will take it all the way for his 2nd touchdown today. Again, like the first one, 58 yards.
Romo, end zone high, holding for the touchdown, Dez Bryant.
Romo to the end zone, touchdown. Play clock winding down. Cowboys get the snap away. Romo to the end zone, touchdown. Dez Bryant.
Dez Bryant's going to go up and win that battle.
Bryant's first catch today. On 2nd and 4. Romo fires, and it's Bryant. Dez Bryant into the end zone, his 2nd touchdown today.
Fake to Murray. Romo to the end zone. And are the feet down? Yes. Going up top instead. And it is a touchdown again to Dez Bryant.
You know, we were talking in the break about America's favorite, what state has the famous fast food during the quarantine. And you know what, the whole list is ridiculous because number 1 in DFW should be Henderson's Chicken. That's right. Go get you a piece of American and DFW icons right there at Henderson's Chicken.
In Fort Worth now.
Mouth-watering fried chicken that you'll just, oh, right here, sorry. Mouth-watering fried chicken that you can only get nowhere else. It's better than the Colonel. It's better than that guy in Louisiana. Trust me on this one. And of course, you want their fries and their special sauce in the fries. I'll make your mouth water and say, hey, I need more Henderson's Chicken, the official fried chicken of BFB. Back to you, Walt.
Thank you, EA. You did such an excellent job on that. But we got some good news or breaking news or whatever that was you teased. I know you're probably not happy about it because the wait is somewhat over. We now know where Dak Prescott stands with the Dallas Cowboys. He now signed his franchise tender yesterday, and Lindsay says I was wrong.
Yeah, you said that was not going to happen.
Yeah, you said
we ain't signing it. And for the amount that you swore it was going to be $40 million.
Okay.
Did he not?
No.
Well, am I lying?
No, I never said $40 million.
No. Well,
he never said Dak was a $40 million quarterback?
I never said that.
No. Somebody, please, for the love of Jesus, roll the tape back.
No,
somebody.
I'm saying is on the, I don't know for sure on the $40 million, but he has said that before. But on the franchise,
I may have said he wants $40 million, but I've never said Dak Prescott's a $40 million quarterback.
Oh my God, Walt, I can't. I officially quit.
Oh my God, Lindsay, you don't pay attention because I never said that.
What have you said?
I say he may want $40 million.
No, you what? Vosh, what has he said?
I mean,
Wait, no, don't play that bullshit. What has he said?
he said,
To be fair,
Thank you. Go ahead.
To be
Go
fair,
ahead.
he said that Dak wants to get 40 million. Will get 40 million
He said
a year.
we'll get 40
in
million.
his contract, in his new contract.
We'll get.
Okay.
He also said, and he's wrong about this one. He said that Dak will not sign the franchise
He did
tag
not, right.
and
Okay.
hold out. Which now he won't because he will be attending training camp.
Okay, but so I actually have a question though.
Hold on, because you already tried to comfort me and you were wrong.
I wasn't wrong. Go
So,
ahead.
but before though, I do want you to remember though what I said to you back before the whole thing started.
What's that?
I did say to you at one point we were in here. I said, don't think Dak will be afraid to sign. Won't be afraid to sign that.
That's
thing,
fine. But you also were.
You said he wasn't going to.
I said he wasn't going to, but I said don't be afraid to think he won't sign.
I know, but you were so adamant that he was going to hold out and goes.
Because he's only getting 40. What you said was he was only going to take 40 million, and that
I
was
said
it.
he wants 40 million. I said me personally, I would think he would get somewhere between 36 to 40.
Well,
was my remark.
Dak Prescott signed his franchise tag, so regardless, in 2020 he will be playing for the Dallas Cowboys on a 1-year, $31 million somewhat.
Well,
deal.
okay, so but my question to you was,
You work in
the
radio
report-
too long to be misquoting me like
I'm
that.
not missing. Yo, for real, there was one day you said
all you
36
gotta
to
do
40.
is just like bring a pad in here and write
No.
it down with him.
36 to 40. You said that one day because I argued with you for a long time because I said 35 and you always said 40.
There was no way I said 40 million. I have never said Dak Prescott's a $40 million quarterback.
God, dude,
I said he may want 40. He may want 40, but he's technically going to get anywhere between 36 to 40.
Y'all too.
That's what I said.
Nah.
ISO, y'all too. Go ahead.
No, but I do.
Now you might ask me, is he worth 40 million? I would say, me personally, yeah, he is. But I never said Dak's going to get 40.
Josh, I really hate you right now trying to stay out of this because you know damn well. You know damn well. I heard you say that one. I didn't hear you say it one time.
If you had
36 to 40. Because we argued all the time because I said 35 and you said 40.
Here's the one thing about you. If I said something, you could repeat it to me verbatim what I said. So if you can't repeat it to me verbatim, then you don't have a leg to stand on
Okay,
right now.
well, we'll just Zach, can you pull up? Okay, what's today? Today's July. June.
Hey, leave him out of it. Y'all go.
Go ahead. What were you about to say? Mr. Zod?
Y'all done?
Yeah,
No, but
I'm
my
done.
question is,
Y'all finished?
they say he's
marriage, love and marriage.
Oh, shut up.
We got Alan Pegg.
So no, but they said he signed the tag, but was still with deal that they're going to cut with a long-term deal by July 15th, which
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Okay, so what's going on is this.
It'd actually be smarter for them to do
He
it.
signed the tag. Okay, so
Right, I know he's not. Right, he ain't going nowhere. We know that.
Yeah, no,
we know that.
But before he signed the tag, it would have applied to him. He didn't have to technically sign it. That was just him saying, "Okay, I'm cool with y'all. I'll sign my tag. I'll be with you. I'll show up to training camp." He doesn't have to because at July 15th,
He would have got on the tag anyway.
It would have automatically
Been
applied
on the
no matter
tag.
what. This is just like hey, a good faith to the Cowboys saying, "I'm with you guys."
Right,
Yeah.
but they're still reporting that the long-term deal will be done by July 15th.
They can still
They,
get
they
it
still
done.
think
They
still.
That's
yeah.
what they said.
They can.
They still think that they don't. There's nobody knows for
What?
sure.
Nobody knows, right?
Can level head and just come
Go ahead, Level.
and jump in?
Go ahead. What's up, bud?
So I kind of talked about this
I love you,
a
Zach.
long ass time ago. When I looked into the camera and I looked at Dak's dad, and I told Dak's dad
Oh my god.
to advise his son to go ahead and come, quote unquote,
You did do that.
comply and stop resisting, right, with what the Joneses were talking about. Go ahead and take that little franchise tag. It's still $30 million. I once advised Dak and his pops to do that because I think that it creates leverage. This was weeks ago.
It really did
Lindsay,
just give him
there
leverage.
is tape of me saying that part. But like me saying, hey, you know what? It's cool. Go ahead and do that because it's smart. Go the Kirk Cousins route. You took $60
Kinfolk.
million out of franchise tags, and then you blossom into $84 million guaranteed. Dak do the same thing. It's just, at the end of the day, it's still football. You got your endorsements. Put them to the side. Everybody stop counting that shit.
Supplemental income. Don't bring that.
Yeah, stop counting that. That's side money.
Yeah.
Leave that alone. But like for Dak to go out and make $60 million, Demarcus Lawrence told y'all the same thing. He was very, very enthusiastic. He was like, $13 million? Shit. Let me go ahead and sign that.
Well, he said, I ain't going to be no fool. I ain't turning down 13.
Exactly. Mama didn't raise no fool toward the end of the day, y'all. Let's go ahead and understand this part. $34 million to play football. Drew Brees making 40, Pat Mahomes making 40 in the franchise season, blah, blah, blah. Next year is $37 million. Let's be smart about this. Y'all, it's one season. Dak blows attended, he's still young. Boom, he can rehab and recover. But if Dak balls out, he's going to get his contract. But people are like, oh, it's an insult to my guy. Well, it's an insult to my guy. It's an insult to my guy. To my guy, it's an insult. No, it's not.
An insult.
The money is either here short term or long term.
Tony Romo didn't have to hold out, damn it.
If you don't like long term, take that teen and bang her in the car. Trust me. If you don't, if you're not looking for a marriage, bang that chick in the car. And
oh my God!
It's
Here we
the
go.
Same exact thing.
I will say this:
happiness at the end of the tunnel for both of y'all.
You made a really good point, and maybe
I always do, yeah. I always do.
You do, but you made the Nostradamus thing with it because
Nostradamus.
Ooh. The fact is that Dak has another point of leverage with the way the salary cap is going because there might be a lower salary cap number coming in next season because of the effects of the coronavirus. There is an uncertain future of the financial things of it, right? The Jones family cannot afford to have Dak Prescott not only cost money this season, but then do another franchise tag next season, which would pretty much blow out their entire cap. By the way, that guy Jamal Adams, I know it's not happening, but if you wanted that to happen, you couldn't do that unless Dak Prescott's situation gets sorted out. So right now, Dak is doing that, saying, okay, Jones family, let me sign this right here, and let's play ball. And now the Jones family's like, shit, we don't want to pay him $37 million next year. Let's probably try to work our.
They're gonna give him a deal.
That makes 100%. That makes legit sense.
Yeah.
Well, there's a certain player who wants to come to Dallas, and in order for him to get here, they need to do a deal with Dak Prescott.
Exactly. You cannot, because Jamal Adams, I know he says he might be able to.
For the love of God, why do we need Jamal Adams? Please.
Well, he ain't crushed everybody's dreams on Twitter.
Tell me why.
Yesterday,
they're just
For the
playing.
love of
They're
God.
just playing us. He doesn't really want.
And I'm not just hating.
He said they got video of him.
I want football
Earl Thomas
statistics.
said the same thing.
I want statistics of how Jamal Adams is fitting in our scheme.
Right now, he's like top 3 best safety in the game.
Arguably
maybe
top,
maybe
the best.
number 1.
All pro. The guy is not only one of the best hard hitters, but he can play in coverage.
And the youngest.
He can fit also in any.
How long has he been on the
defensive
Jets?
system. 3 years, and he's already an all pro.
He's young.
What does that have to matter?
I was just asking.
Well, no,
But you want you to make it make sense for her.
Listen, I know.
I was asking for his statistics basically because I don't know them.
He's an all pro.
So the other day, there was a guy who spotted Jamal Adams in
He lives here.
The streets of Dallas.
Yeah, he lives here.
He's a resident of Dallas, Texas. And he asked Mr. Adams, who was driving down the street in a Benz, "Come to Dallas, bro." And then he goes, "I'm trying, bro." So, and then he backed that up with a tweet yesterday or maybe Sunday about him wishing one of his teammates for the Jets good luck and basically saying happy trails to you guys.
Yeah,
Jamal Adams is a guy under the right now he's a current employee of the New York Jets. So that's writing on the wall, as they say in the corporate world.
It is, but he's not coming to the Cowboys because he's using the Cowboys just like everybody else uses the Cowboys name
As
to
leverage.
force- as leverage. Because we went through the same shit with Mr. Earl Thomas, and guess what? Earl really wants to come to the Cowboys. Oh, he has a house in Austin. He's a Cowboy fan and all this.
Supposed to be the face of Cowboys Nation.
And guess what? He went to the damn Baltimore Ravens. By the way, the Ravens, who are also interested in Jamal Adams, who are on his preferred list. So. And if the Ravens somehow get Earl Thomas and
I don't see the Jets trade him to an AFC team. It'll be an NFC team.
They won't have Earl Thomas.
They're not going to trade him to an NFC team.
Do you think they'll actually trade him?
Yeah.
Wait.
The Jets?
Oh yeah, the Jets are going to trade him.
Hell
Just
yeah.
not here. They're going to.
The Jets are going to want to haul back for him. That's the problem. The Cowboys are going to have to give away a lot of shit.
Like Michael Gallup?
Possibly.
It ain't going to happen.
Nah,
you
ain't
don't want that?
happening.
No.
No.
Neil Lindsay don't want that either.
Okay, so the Jets will ask for that because they have a franchise quarterback that they're trying to groom.
Right.
So
the guy who had mono, right?
He's gonna want weapons.
Ghost.
But did he see Ghost in that Cowboy game? Okay.
He was exercising.
Oh, okay.
Right. So he's gonna want weapons. The Jets are gonna want young, developable guys. Like guys that
On top
will
of draft picks too.
Yeah. So they're gonna want draft picks, 4th round, 3rd round, maybe 1st round for this guy. I think he's too expensive. personally.
Okay.
When I say expensive, I don't mean
Was Earl Thomas too
Tavares stop
expensive?
counting his money type stuff. But I mean like giving up so much value just to get this dude who plays safety. No, I think that the Cowboys will be smart, not acquiring him and building from within.
And Stephen Jones, who was taking his sweet ass time, is trying to pay his quarterback.
But you said he runs things over there. What are you doing?
Listen, Stephen Jones trying to pay. It's so hard for him to pay his quarterback. Took this long to pay his quarterback money. You think he's going to shell out money to give an extension to Jamal Adams?
Well, Jamal Adams said he doesn't want $20 million. Remember that report's coming out.
Lies.
So what do you think? He wants to go somewhere, be a rental player for like a year?
He won't do that. He wants a contract. He wants his extension done. Okay. That's the only way. That's why the deal faltered the last time we talked about.
Yeah.
I thought they got upset that the Cowboys went public and started talking about Jamal Adams.
They're not upset. The Jets know what's going on.
Who and the Cowboys went public, talked about Jamal
Cowboys.
Adams.
The Cowboys.
Who, though?
Doesn't matter. The Cowboys, the team, the organization,
Rich.
elite.
Fix it, Rich.
Elite. Elite from the Cowboys.
I'll tell you what. There are two teams that I do not want this guy to go to. Well, one team is irrelevant because they don't have anything to do with us. That would be the Patriots. If Jamal Adams went there, because I think
Don't
Bill
want
Belichick,
to go to Kansas City.
I think Bill Belichick will farm away,
him and Gilmore?
find a way to make that work. Stephon
Gilmore and Jamal Adams on the back.
That's what I'm saying. They need help on the defensive end because now they don't have number 12. So, and then the other team will be Mr. Laurie and them. That will be the Eagles. The Eagles is what I call them.
We
don't want that to happen.
You don't want that.
Because for one, the Eagles are winning guy.
Eagles already won a Super Bowl over the Cowboys.
Right. They have that part. They got a good quarterback.
We'll give
They have a
them
good
one.
tight
They
end.
can have
So
one.
the offense is not-
Who's the good quarterback?
the White Dak.
Carson Wentz?
Carson Wentz?
See how they did that? White Dak.
Well, I couldn't say Nick Foles because
Well,
he's not there
technically
anymore.
Dak is white, but that's a whole nother story.
He's not technically white.
What are we doing
He's
with
half white and half
But-
black.
Paternally, he's not.
What are we doing with the ethnicity talk right now in today's climate? What are we
I'm
doing?
just saying White Dak. Just like LaMarcus Aldridge in the NBA is Black Dirt. So
I
No,
was
what?
just saying technically
Wait, what?
Dak is white. But
Wait, what?
Hold on, why are you insulting Dirk like that? DeMarcus
What?
Aldridge is not Dirk.
What are you
or anything
doing?
like that.
same game.
What did you do?
But this is not a basketball segment. Why do you do that, Tomas?
Well, yeah, you're gonna have to answer for that one later.
Y'all be jumping outside so easy. I'm nice with you.
But so back to Dak Prescott. The funny thing is, I don't know why people are freaking out over when he signed his franchise tag. It wasn't a big. I don't know why that was like big breaking news. Maybe because we haven't heard anything. But all it was Dak saying, "Okay, I'm going to show up."
Well,
That's all it was.
Just a question for all those people who are like Dak's selfish and Dak's only worried about the team. Where is all that talk now? Since he signed the franchise tag.
First of all, you're talking about, where's my con? We're not going to sign. This is an insult.
I mean, he's
I'm
playing.
sitting this one out.
He's
all
playing.
right.
He's gonna play on the. He's gonna play on the tag.
I
see?
called his dad, and his dad had told me that put the brinks
Shot. Bow, bow, bow.
He does have a point. Though.
I never said anything between me and his dad about contract though. I never talked to his dad about contract, so that part there is out. But
You always say our money.
yeah.
Make this
he
work.
signed the tag. If that's what they felt they needed to do, that's what they need to do. If I was wrong about that part, okay, so be it. However, he signed the tag. What was the reason he signed the tag? Why did he sign the tag? What made him
We
come?
just talked about that for the last 20
What made him
minutes.
come to the conclusion that the tag would be better right now as opposed
Can you
to
just
waiting?
accept it? Like you don't.
You are kind of glossing over it though. Like
I just glossing over what? I just said if I'm wrong, I'm wrong about it.
have you ever heard of a term called dead wrong?
Okay, well I was dead wrong about it. So
You're wrong.
okay, well he signed the tag. So
You're like doing the Skip Bayless school of.
I don't know what you want me to say. He signed the tag. I don't know what you want me to
I'm
say.
glad it was well received when they said it.
When,
It wasn't well received when I said it.
when Skip was wrong and he's confronted, he kind of just glosses over like, "Oh, well, let's move on to the next subject." How could this happen?
All I'm saying is what made him decide.
Wearing Jordans down Walmart.
What made him decide to sign the tag is the question.
Common sense. Common sense. I'm ready to go play football, which is what I told y'all when I told Dak and his dad and everybody else in his family to make that dude.
Is this
Wrong, sir. Wrong. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Day, sir.
Is this he's ready Just want to be. He wants to get the playbook and ready to see what McCarthy wants to do.
Quarterback of America's team.
Right.
He has to make a decision before everybody else does. Because the moment he makes a decision, the world starts to turn.
Yeah. But I will add this. It doesn't change anything at all within the facts of him. Virtual meetings, because those are over now. You can't do virtual meetings in the NFL anymore. He can. The only thing that this adds is that he can talk on the phone to Mike McCarthy. Because as of right now, no players are permitted on at the facilities right now. You can't go there. Can't do anything. The only thing he has is the virtual playbook, and according to Clarence Hill, he can now talk to Mike McCarthy on the phone, which is important because he can be like, "Hey, Mike, I'm your quarterback. Let's talk."
Now, the question is, was this his agent doing or him doing, just saying, I'm just going to do it? Forget it.
It's most likely his agent.
I think it would be him.
Yeah, I feel like it was more him.
Well, the only reason why I think it would be his agent because it's a very tactical move, and the reason it's a very ceremonial move. It wasn't. This doesn't again. If you look at it, this doesn't change anything. Remember, regardless if he signed it or not, if they didn't get a deal done after the 15th, he would automatically been tagged, and he would have got the contract regardless.
Right.
That's what happens. He didn't have to sign it. The thing was, the only way he can come back to play was if he officially signs it. Now, if Dak held out the entire 2020 season,
14 would have been.
Then he would have had nothing. He would have got no money, and he would have. That's why he made sure that I need to sign. But now he's
so it's just a security move.
Yeah, basically.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it was the smart move.
Yeah, I mean that's what he was saying but that's what he was saying a minute ago with the coronavirus and what's the effects, and the cap's going to go down next year because everybody's going to take financial loss. So it also that plays a part in it. I think that's absolutely why.
15th midnight, we're going to have a deal done. It's going to be probably a Tuesday.
The long term. Yeah.
It'll be long term.
So what do you think? 35 a year?
I think
you better hope Mahomes or Deshaun Watson don't come in within that time.
No,
frame.
they won't. But remember, they're already set on financials. All the numbers are set. The only number that really matters is it going to be a 4-year deal or a 5-year deal.
I agree.
And you know what? I'm starting to think that the Jones family, because the leverage now is pushed by Dak signing the thing and saying, "Hey, you might have to tag me next year." They're going to go 4 years. They're going to go. They're going to like fuck it. Oh, sorry. Here. Because this is Steven's MO.
Yeah.
He acts like a hard ass for the first 9 months of the deal, and the last 3 months.
And I will, and I am, and I will.
and then at the last second, he's like, "Fine, okay." And then Jerry's like,
"So basically, at the end of the day, I'm gonna end up being right before it's over with."
No, you won't.
How? When I said he's gonna get a 4-year deal.
Oh, about that part?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Okay.
Oh,
I just want to make sure.
Party it up.
Yeah. So before this is over with, I'm gonna be right.
Oh, you can take a 4-year deal.
Yeah. You can have that. We'll clap it up.
I can't wait when it says 5 years, and Walt's gonna be like,
"I didn't say that."
I'm gonna be like,
I didn't say that. You can't quote me.
5 years.
I didn't say that.
Well, Fish already came. Well,
June 23rd. Today's June 23rd, Tuesday.
Tweet it. You better tweet it today.
Make sure we all remember what happens. All right. Okay. Go ahead.
Your guy Fish.
He's not my guy.
Whoa! What have you guys?
I think he's just not my guy.
That's
anymore.
That's his competition, sweetheart.
That matters nothing to him because he was such the Mike Fisher guy before you guys.
No. Fish, will you please follow EA?
Yeah, please. what happened?
I mean,
we were at his bar doing the show. I mean,
what like just know who I am when he sees me, even though we've met like
it's a bit.
What did Fish say?
Fish is doing a bit.
Said it's probably gonna be a 4-year deal at this point. Now with him signing the, because he's like it gives him leverage and puts the feet to the fire. Jerry like. All right, well, you can let me play on the tag this year for 31, and next year I'll hit you for another tag for about.
Or do you also think
37.
here goes my conspiracy theory, just like this, just
put on the X-Files music.
But it's similar to what you just said.
Right,
like what you said was the numbers are already done, right?
Yeah.
I felt the same way with Zeke. They just played that shit out to the last minute when he signed it. All that shit was done behind the scenes. So I feel as though there was some back and forth with Dak, but I think now. The numbers are already decided, and they're just going to stretch it out to the very end to keep the Cowboys super relevant during a pandemic, super relevant on all this shit, and then boom, the numbers are already decided. He's going to sign.
Yeah, but we haven't heard anything about Dak for like weeks now.
Yeah, and
what do you mean? That
nobody's been talking about the contract for like weeks.
The signing right here, it's been weeks since we have heard.
Yeah, I haven't heard that.
The only negative thing has been.
I've been hearing it for a couple weeks.
The only Cowboys thing I've been hearing. The only thing Cowboys have been hearing is how Jerry hasn't spoke up, which.
Yeah, that's all everybody been focused on.
That's the only thing.
The last 2 weeks.
Yeah, last 2 weeks. That's all it's been about.
I'll say this: the idea of the numbers have been set. The numbers have been set since back in March and February, because I remember we had a conversation with our good guy Chris Arnold. Chris Arnold was even talking to us about that's probably the possibility about the 4 or 5 year deal. Like that has been a discussion point for a while now. That's the one thing they just can't get over. And it's a big deal because this will change how contracts are done for your quarterbacks. The Cowboys.
Kirk Cousins already changed that game though.
Well,
Kinfolk did.
I know, but Kinfolk ain't Dak Prescott, and he doesn't play for the Cowboys. That's going to change things because now if Jerry and Steven
Tovash just gave you a no.
Dak's just going to get more guaranteed. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kirk Cousins is the one that laid down the yellow brick road, and Dak just skipping along that bitch.
I mean, technically, Kirk Cousins got a 5-year deal when it was over with.
What do you mean?
Dak's going to get the most
Kirk
credit.
Cousins just.
I bet you
gave you the blueprint on how to milk the shit out of a system.
I can see right now. Once Dak signs this 4-year deal, it's a mega contract and all that. They're like, Dak Prescott changed the game.
No, he did.
No, he didn't. We got to give it to Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins did it.
You will. I will.
He still has to stop at the red light. Okay,
the guys who write my paycheck, they're going to go different.
He still has to stop at the red light, abide by the rules, and then when that bitch turns green, he still needs to go. So, like, basically, Dak still needs to fall in line of how to get his money. Okay, it's just like when you attack an enemy, you can't just like go to the streets and shoot him up. You got to lawyer up. Just like straight out of Compton when Jerry told Ice Cube and them, like, bro, we got to lawyer up to go against this dude. We can't really just like grab a pistol and then go shooting at him. No, we got to lawyer up. So like that's basically what when
he was talking to Eazy-E after Suge Knight beat him up in the studio, he told him, he's like we got a lawyer. He's like, you don't fight these guys.
You don't fight with bullets and fists. You got to fight them with lawyers. And so that's exactly what Dak is doing. He's
told him, I got to go
same
kill
exact
Suge
thing that Kirk Cousins. I promise you, even when it was happening, I was like, dog, this dude is smart. And he was not even making $30 million a year. He was making like 24, 22, 13, whatever the situation may be. And he just showed everybody the blueprint of how to get money if these dudes don't want to pay you. Don't forget, it's still a game. But that dude showed y'all how to go get money.
He told Dak, he said, go ahead and play on the tag.
Yeah, you like that.
It's funny because it's a mediocre quarterback getting paid, and Dak's so much better.
It doesn't matter.
I know. So Dak is going to get more.
I know. I'm just saying it's just funny that a mediocre quarterback.
This is what I don't get. Why are people so stuck on this word mediocre? That's everybody says about every quarterback. Oh, he's mediocre. Right. He's mediocre. Okay, he's mediocre. Right, cool. Oh no, but still, like
let a female tell you that shit in bed.
That's different.
You got mediocre.
That's
dick,
different. We're talking about guys playing on the field. Oh, he's mediocre.
But you got mediocre dick in bed. Now go.
I'm 32 years old. I don't give a shit if my dick is mediocre. See? The fuck? I'm 32 years old.
I got mad?
Yeah. I'm not bothered by it. I don't care. But I'm saying we talk about quarterbacks and they're like, he's mediocre. He's mediocre. And I'm like, half the quarterbacks in the NFL are mediocre.
No, that's wrong.
And they don't want to hear that. This is an alpha male game, okay? Everybody wants to be the best. Nobody wants to be called the middle of the road.
I'm not talking about people. I'm saying us amongst us. We say, oh, he's mediocre. Don't pay him. Well, who the hell are you going to pay?
Top 6.
You don't have to pay him that
Patrick
much.
Mahomes.
You don't have to pay him what?
Honestly, I think the Vikings are stupid to give that contract.
100%. 100%.
They could have got another average quarterback.
First off, Washington gave him 2 tags. Washington gave him 2 tags.
Another in that franchise.
Okay.
Now, they could have had Kirk Cousins.
They could have.
Yeah, they could have. But what is? Listen.
Why are you trying to say? What has he done?
What has he done?
He just took him to the playoffs his second year.
He did it by himself, or was it more his great running back?
The running back didn't even play in the game he won.
Vosh,
that's fine.
How much is Lamar Jackson making?
He's still on his rookie deal.
Contract. Rookie deal.
Okay, which is what?
It's like $4 million, maybe.
Was he a first round?
What was Kirk Cousins?
No, he was at the end of the round. So he got the MVP pick.
Oh yeah, he was last.
He was the last pick of that round.
I remember walking out the stadium and seeing he got picked like 29.
What was Kirk Cousins' rookie deal? Does anybody remember?
Oh, he was a 5th round pick, so he didn't get much.
Yeah, he didn't get much.
I'm telling you, he played it.
He did it right.
He did. I'm not saying he did, but he's not.
He overcame Robert Griffin.
He is an average
RG handicap 3.
He was there for
RG handicap 3.
He got right behind
Robert Griffin.
But at that time in 2012, RG3 was the number 2 overall pick and rookie of the year.
And he outplayed him. Both of them were going neck and neck at the same time. He outplayed Robert Griffin.
They got rid of him.
I fell in love with him his first year.
Well, that was when Robert Griffin hurt his knee, right?
Yeah, well, he got hurt in
the Cowboys game.
So what are we really comparing?
Right. But because I remember him.
He got hurt in like week.
I know. I remember when he played his leg and you saw it wobble on TV. You're like, oh my
he scrambled
god.
to the right or to the left.
Yeah.
He got hurt. He got obliterated.
But I'm just gonna tell you right now.
Favorite moment when he told Tony Romo, "Don't listen to haters."
Right.
Oh
all right.
my God,
So hold on. All right.
He
So
like that.
let me. I'm
He
gonna
like
ask
that.
you. I want you to give me a list, right?
Okay.
Because I agree with you. Because Kirk Cousins is mediocre shit, right? So
he's
hold
not
on. Let's
mediocre.
give a list, but let's compare. So who's an above average quarterback in the NFL?
It's like
if Kirk
same.
Cousins here mediocre, which is in the middle, right?
Call him number 10.
Exactly.
Call him number 10.
Exactly.
I don't know about number 10.
Who are you putting at the 10 spot?
What was that list that we did last week?
Yeah, I watched
Kirk
your
Cousins
top
wasn't
10.
even on
Ben
it.
Roethlisberger was number 10.
He shouldn't have been.
Oh,
And
Kirk
Ben Stafford was
Cousins
number 7. And Kirk Cousins is better than both of them.
Kirk Cousins is not better than Ben Roethlisberger. Maybe
my
now,
God.
maybe last year.
Yeah.
In the last year
It's
of
based off of last
Roethlisberger's-
year.
In the last year of Roethlisberger's career.
That's what it's based off of.
Career talk.
Yeah, this is based off of last year. What are you talking about?
You can't use career thing because that's
Okay.
like
All right.
bringing up a dead quarterback and be like, he can't do shit now. He's in the grave.
But you can absolutely compare it because that's the reason why I asked him. Hold on, that's why I asked you. I said, "What's Lamar Jackson making?" So he's making a rookie.
deal.
He's stuck in a rookie deal. But Lamar Jackson's 3 times better than Kirk Cousins.
Okay, but that's
His
not
pay is
right.
coming.
So
his
you
pay is
can't-
coming.
Correct.
Wait, question. Wasn't Eli Manning technically dead for about 3 years? I just want to make sure. Sorry, I just want to clarify.
All right,
Thanks.
so hold on. Give me your list of
Rest in
above
peace,
average
Eli.
quarterbacks in the league.
It's hard for me because unless I see I got to see them.
Kirk Cousins is on your above average quarterback.
Say it again.
The list of above average quarterbacks in the league.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Mahomes. Is Phillip Rivers?
No, Lamar
way.
Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
Did
Let's
you give
see.
15 p.m.?
I said, yeah,
Mahomes, Jackson, Russell
It-
Wilson
it's,
is your top 3.
Garoppolo?
No.
Yes.
No.
Above
Because y'all hated him.
He's an above
Y'all
average.
hated him.
I do. But
You
he's
hated
an
him,
above-
and y'all talk about
he's an
him.
above average quarterback.
So you think Jimmy Garoppolo is better than
Kirk?
Garoppolo is better?
He's questionable.
I would take
Carr?
No.
Derek Carr?
No.
Watson?
No.
Yes.
Okay, Deshaun Watson.
Dak?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Drew Brees.
Breeze.
Oh, Aaron, are we going Aaron Rodgers?
A-Rod?
A-Rod,
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Now you get
Arizona guy.
No, he just
Murray?
started.
Kyler Murray.
He just
No.
started.
Don't matter.
No, he's not
already
above
got- you got
average.
the talent.
No, you know who's
got the
next?
talent.
You know who's
He's
next
not-
on that
he's not
list?
above
You know who's
average.
next on the list?
We're
Kirk
like-
freaking Cousins.
We're at 8.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt Stafford. I'll take Matt Stafford over.
You would not take
I
no
would
damn
take
Matt Stafford.
over him.
Okay.
Matt Stafford's a
You
better
would-
passer.
Tom Brady?
You a Matt Stafford
Not
line.
in there?
Tom Brady.
I take Tom Brady over Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, you better.
I'll take
Why?
Tom Brady, and I hate him.
Tom Brady?
Why?
The damn goat. I hate his ass. I hate him.
We're talking off of,
Damn.
we're basing it off of last year's
Yeah, I know,
performance,
I know.
not his overall
Okay,
career.
last year. No, sorry. You're right because we're going about last year. Tom Brady was trash last year. So Kirk Cousins.
What did
is
Aaron
a-
Rodgers do last year?
He was trash too.
Didn't he get hurt?
He was trash too.
Garbage.
Yeah, but
He was
I
hurt.
still take Aaron Rodgers.
Roethlisberger was garbage.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Roethlisberger's about done.
I don't know why. Yeah, by the
Why
way,
he was
Oh,
on
you
the
just
top?
said
You just
put him
said
on
yeah.
there.
Why he was on the top 10 list? I do.
But y'all are the ones that said we're not doing career based. I said I wanted to
I
do
just want to
career
say
based.
this. I
So
was watching that last.
that's why I
episode
said
y'all did,
Brady Roethlisberger.
And when y'all were doing that top 10, I was
Rodgers.
like, why is Ben Roethlisberger?
He
still
should
there?
not even be on a list. Period.
I wouldn't have put him there.
It should have been Kirk Cousins.
All right, Kirk Cousins is by
In top
default.
10.
I'm sorry, I put Kyler Murray over him. I'm sorry.
He just got here. He just started.
No.
I'm gonna put him.
He just started.
Why?
Isn't it
Yeah.
time to go?
I like him.
Oh, good, because you like him. That's very
No, I'm just
selfish,
kidding.
first of all.
Oh, what about Baker? I'm just kidding.
Don't even.
I don't want to piss me off.
Well,
Because-
no, Baker
I
just got here
know.
too.
because
No
here's a-
one said. What's his nuts? Cam Newton.
No.
No, out of there.
Boy,
Because
can't
here's
even-
the thing, though.
This boy is like what does they call it? Glass statue?
I'm so sick of every time I go in the barbershop, somebody wants to come in and tell me they'll take Cam Newton over Dak Prescott right now. I'm
But
just so sick of that.
Is it half of Black Lives Matter?
Yeah, all of them.
Black
I'll take
quarterback
I'll take Cam Newton right now over Dak Prescott. Cam's better than Dak Prescott
All right,
today.
So Kirk Cousins, okay, because I believe in him.
Kinfolk.
I saw what he did last year. Okay, so he didn't have a running back, Lindsey. He had 2 studs at receiver, got him involved. He left one out for the whole season. Apologized to him, and then that dude thrived. So he made amends to the dude. He basically utilized his weapons, threw to a tight end to win the game and to get to the playoffs, type shit. Kirk Cousins basically did everything right. Like this past season, did everything right. Right? Had everybody in the mall talking about skull.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but here's the thing. Kirk Cousins, I'll give him this. He had a better season than he had ever had in his
that's
mediocre
what we're talking
career.
about. He's
I know.
making the money. He's deserving the money. He's earning every single dollar
But
that
he
he's
didn't.
worth.
No, he didn't. Not to the money, because the money was a lot more than what he did. He had one good season. Now, if he backs it up this coming season in 2020, he improves on what he does, then yes, he fits the money. But I'm sorry, but Kirk Cousins hasn't been what the money has. It doesn't
You
equate.
out your damn mind. He only got a 3-year deal that's fully guaranteed.
Yeah, that's stupid.
And it wasn't nothing but like 28 mil.
80 million.
I know, but when you break it down, it's like
But
28.
who else has fully guaranteed?
Nobody.
All right then.
Nobody.
That's what
Him.
he's talking about.
Okay, but that's what Bosh is saying. He
maybe
worked
Breeze. Maybe Breeze. I don't
No,
know
Breeze don't have a fully
I
guaranteed.
think he's getting like $50 million though.
But
they broke his like 2 year to like a 2
yeah,
year deal.
like a 2-year deal.
Well, let's hope Dak Prescott eclipses that and sees what he can do in 2020. Do we have time for the last segment?
Well, we know we don't even need to take a break for this. I wanted to get to this. I say this segment especially for you. I seen this and I was like, this is an EA segment. I have to do this segment right here, sir.
Go ahead.
There was an all-decade NFC East team, and I saw this, and I said, you know what, this will be right up Ian's alley. He will love something like this. So what we got here is we'll just get to the meat and potatoes of this thing. They listed quarterbacks all NFC, and they for all decade. Look here, they have Eli Manning as the best quarterback in the NFC East of all decade. I wanted to get your opinion on that, Mr. Azad. I can't call you that, right? Okay. If you could please look into the camera and tell people how you feel about that one, right?
Trash,
right? Why is that trash?
Hold on. Who do you think is trash?
Whoever wrote this list.
Well, who wrote the list, or the fact that
voted on whatever
that Eli Manning was voted as the quarterback of the decade in NFC East?
So if we're talking about from 2010 to 2020 or 2019, I guess, yeah, it's trash. It's stupid.
So you don't agree that Eli Manning should be?
No.
Eli Manning should be what?
He is the all-decade NFC East quarterback.
He was the best quarterback.
Eli fucking Manning?
That guy. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Won 2 Super Bowls in that decade.
Fire the guy who wrote that.
Hold on, time out.
Fire.
He did not win 2 Super Bowls in that decade. He won 1 Super Bowl in that decade.
Okay, well, he won 1 Super Bowl in that
2007.
Fire
him. Yeah. There are 2 Cowboy quarterbacks that deserve to be on the list. One being Tony Romo, the other being Dak Prescott.
I thought you would go there. Now, why is it you would make a campaign for Mr. Romo to be
I didn't say that. I made a campaign for both.
Okay, who's the other quarterback?
Dak Prescott, the other Cowboys quarterback.
This early already?
Well,
I know they got Zeke. They got Zeke as the best running.
They played prominently in the 10 years. Dak with the first half, Romo the first part, Dak the second half. Romo had a second All-Team Pro in 2014. Had his team in the playoffs in the division in the NFC East. Unfortunately, he was hurt and had bad defenses the first half. So if you wanted to use that,
Eli
against
started
him,
every game.
Huh?
Eli started every game.
That's great. That's great. Awesome. He's not a great quarterback. Tony was a better quarterback for at least 3 of those years, or 4 of those years, actually, in my opinion. Maybe 2012 wasn't his best season, but 2011, 2013, and 2014 were amazing. 2016 and 2018 were pretty impressive victories for Dak Prescott. Won 2 division titles. Romo won 1 division title. So you could say Dak Prescott can go and get that honor, and you could say Tony Romo can, but Eli Manning does not deserve to be the NFC East quarterback all decade there.
Well, so his Super Bowl ring means nothing?
It's a team accomplishment again.
Oh, it's a team accomplishment. Can I stop you right there?
If I had that defensive line led by what was his name? What was the guy that blew up? Jason Pierre-Paul. And what was the other?
Pierre-Paul.
Wasn't Eli Manning the Super Bowl MVP?
You know they just give those out because do you remember the Super Bowl when the Patriots won against the Seahawks? The real winner was that guy who picked up the ball, but no, they gave it to Tom Brady anyway, and Tom Brady
was bullshit.
Yeah.
Didn't Eli Manning throw the pass?
Give it to the white guy.
Didn't Eli Manning throw the pass to the game?
Yes, to Manningham in that play, and that was an impressive play. But run up to that Super Bowl in 2011. First of all, that year they were pretty mediocre. Anyway,
we are talking about Eli Manning, the most inconsistent quarterback in the whole NFL.
And during the playoffs,
right?
It was their defense that carried them.
So we're talking about
inconsistent.
Inconsistent, right? 1 year, like he's saying that play. Oh my God, he made a fucking play. But anything else he did, what did Eli Manning do besides that?
He won 2 Super Bowls.
Oh my God!
He was
Oh
very
my God! I don't have the
they
energy
pulled
for
the
this
numbers
today.
out. His numbers weren't consistently
Ever.
He
Never.
had consistently bad.
He won
numbers.
2 Super Bowls.
He won 1 Super Bowl in this decade, and go pull up his numbers from the decade. They're
So
consistently bad.
He won 1.
It looks like it started.
He
It
went
says
1 and 1.
They started 04
He
from.
gave y'all 20 years, two decades.
04 is when he first got drafted. The decade.
I know, but they got this from 04 to 19.
That's stupid. That shouldn't do that. Or if you're going to do an all-decade thing,
That's a decade.
No. The decade is from the time the decade's from our perspective, the whole year.
He came in 04.
They're not counting 04. They're counting.
They obviously are. They're starting from 04 to 19.
No, 04 to 19 is when he played.
Okay, but that's when they're starting from. That's when
they're
they're starting
That's
from.
not 10 years, by the way.
It's 2 decades, Walt, that he played.
Yeah.
I know. He said, but they got
counting.
that listed down here. So
that's whoever.
well, wait a minute. It comes from your.
That's not the.
That
same
comes from
people.
your.
That's ESPN.com.
Oh, okay.
And I don't.
Whoa, wait a minute.
I currently work for Cumulus.
Well, wait a minute. You. Oh, okay. We're not gonna get into particulars.
So who owes me the money again?
Would that be Cumulus or ESPN?
Which one?
We can give you the email to the HR guy so you can go ahead and work
I've
cash that out.
I've already followed.
So they got running backs here for that decade is LaShawn McCoy and Zeke. Wide receivers goes to Odell Beckham and Des Bryant. Now you seen that? I was a little puzzled by the Odell Beckham one.
Why?
He just got here.
I didn't think he really did a whole lot.
It was in the what year was drafted? 2014.
Odell Beckham was drafted 2014.
Yeah,
18.
so 2014. That's
6.
So 4 years.
Number 6.
Yeah, so 6.
How many years Des have?
This will be year number 6. Des been here like 8, 9 years.
14, 15.
Des been here since.
Des got drafted
Des was here
in 2010.
7 years.
He got here in like 09.
No, he got here in
10.
2010.
2010 to
so same
17.
thing.
So what's the difference?
Des has more years on him.
Absolutely.
But they both made the list. Name another wide receiver that should be on the list.
Antonio
Deshaun
Brown.
Jackson.
And in this.
What year did Antonio Brown get drafted?
He's not in the NFC East.
Oh, we're talking strictly
Deshaun
NFC.
Jackson.
Oh, we're just saying NFC East.
How
and
about
shit?
CJ?
CJ what?
Megatron.
Oh, he's not NFC East. This is NFC East. NFC East.
Just the East.
Yeah, it's just NFC East.
Okay. Well, I mean, then
that's
then
why
now you're telling me
this is
that
a very narrow
it's
list.
it's almost like
Yeah.
picking us forward to be the best like driver in the damn state.
So you guys don't want to put Miles Austin in there?
Shots fired at all of us at our driving skills.
No, I feel bad for Miles.
Why?
Because as soon as he got with Kim Kardashian,
Oh man, his career went down. Thought that you
I
supposed to
thought
win.
because they kept saying that his hamstrings like why?
Did you Reggie Bush?
He did win the Super Bowl.
He went
Yeah,
down,
but
but
they
his shit
broke
went
up.
down too.
No, they were together still when he won the Super Bowl.
They
yeah.
were.
Chris Humphries.
Yo,
went
then
down.
he got another
Remember
chick
when
who looked
Dirk won the
exactly
championship
like
and
Kim
they were like, "What are you
Kardashian.
gonna do now that you won championship?" He's like, "I'm gonna get me a Kardashian." Ha, ha, ha.
That he did.
Tyron Smith is the
Right.
Tyron Smith's on there. Brandon Brooks is also. Travis Frederick is the center.
Yep.
Zach Martin is the guard.
Greatest guard probably in the entire league.
Tight end is Jason Witten.
Yeah. Have you heard of another tight end in the division that was better than him? Maybe Brent Selleck.
He said Brent Selleck.
Marty B. Marty B was dope when he was with the Giants.
When did Ertz get drafted?
Yeah.
Zach Ertz.
Yeah, that's another one. Zach Ertz should probably be in there.
Or how about the Redskins tight end?
Cooley.
Dang it.
I know, right? I can't remember his name either. He did kind of ball though.
He stays hurt.
I don't think better.
That's
He's
why.
not better than Ertz though.
If you keep saying he hurt, they're not going to put it in. That's why.
But when did Zach Ertz get drafted?
This is
Right
what
now,
this
it's
list
like
is. This is why
scrimmage
Eli's on the list. And people who stay healthy.
That's what I said. He started every game in his career.
Eli.
Up until McAdoo came.
And guess what?
Up until McAdoo came in and took that from him.
In football, in high school, I was there for every game. I was healthy. It didn't play.
You didn't
though.
start.
It doesn't matter.
Eli started.
I was healthy. I was ready to go. Coach looked at me. He's like, "You stay on the bench."
Is this more about Romo not?
Good
Is this
good
more about
coaching.
Romo? Yeah.
Great trust me, I know.
You weren't good?
I'll say this. My first play, they put me on varsity. I got in. I was so excited. I was like, yes, it was at the end of the game, so it didn't matter. I walk in, and so it was a counter, 37, so I had to go to the left. 37 counter on the left, right? So I get down and ready to go, and for some reason I panicked. Like, oh, am I supposed to go left or right? And I go, So as soon as it goes, I went to the right, and I saw my guy coming towards me. I was like, fuck. So I quickly went that way, and I got my guy finally quickly. But then, of course, I did it wrong. But they graded me 100. The coaches felt bad. Like, you know what, we'll just give you a grade.
So DeMarcus Lawrence is the defensive end of the All-Decade team. You got Fletcher Cox.
DeMarcus Lawrence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very
Hot
bad
boys.
list.
Easy. 4-letter word.
No.
List.
It's a bad list because you can't really just look at a division for the last, and then you're not
Right.
looking at a division. You're looking at 10 years of a division. It's a very specific thing.
How good would this list be if it had Tony Romo as the quarterback on there?
It would be a normal list.
Oh, it'd be a normal list, but it's a bad list now.
No, but listen. I even said Dak Prescott.
It's way too niche.
I would even put Dak Prescott over Tony Romo because technically Dak did win 2
You
division
seem puzzled
titles.
over there, Vosh. What?
I'm just doing the math because Romo was out of there in 2016, but Eli stayed the whole 10 years. The literal whole 10 years.
Yeah.
Like the literal whole 10 years. And that's the only reason why he got it. Plus he has a Super Bowl championship.
Yeah.
2 of them. Well,
So
not
right.
even taking-
So it.
That's
so
why,
the,
that's
for
why.
the sense of this list, that makes sense. But
He's-
like what he's saying is, this list is too niche. It doesn't
It's
make
too
sense.
narrow.
It's too niche.
Like
it's too
Eli
narrow. It
is the
doesn't-
only dude.
Yeah, like come on, like this shit's irrelevant.
So are you saying Tony Romo should have been runner-up?
I'm sure he is.
Romo should
He's
have
not.
been-
It just has Eli Manning listed
Romo-
up here.
right. It should have been.
I'm sure he is.
And to be honest,
This list sucks, by the way.
If you want to be real and try to go by division titles and what's your accomplishments, I would say Dak and Romo were very close because it actually tied. Because even though Dak has 2 division titles and they're about the same amount of playoff wins, Tony Romo actually Romo has more playoff wins, but Tony Romo has a second team All Pro.
Dan Bailey's the kicker.
Question.
Go ahead. Who's the head coach? The head coach of it.
Who they got coach of the day?
They don't have one, so that was gonna be my question.
Motherfucking right.
Who would be the coach?
It would have been Tom Coughlin if the guy was going to do it right. That would have been Tom. There you go.
I think he's thinking.
Can
more,
we go home?
I think you're thinking more JG. Are you thinking more Jason Garrett?
I'm
He's only
hungry.
won there for a whole decade.
Did he have enough wins?
Yeah, he
Jason
did.
Garrett.
A whole decade. He got more than Tom Coughlin for the decade.
Well, Coughlin got a Super Bowl
Tom got 2 Super
And?
Bowls. 2 Super Bowls.
in this decade.
I'm just saying.
He's the better coach this decade.
So who? So you would go Jason Garrett?
Tom Coughlin.
You go Tom Coughlin?
By the merits of this list, if we're going to go with
You wouldn't go Dougie P?
But you know what though? A Super Bowl is a Super Bowl. So.
You wouldn't go Dougie P?
actually,
No.
Yeah.
well,
No.
How long was he there? The whole decade?
No.
It don't matter.
Right,
It don't
yeah.
matter.
They're just doing it. If you want to go within this decade, would you go Dougie P? I mean, he lost his starting quarterback and then
Won a Super
put in
Bowl.
Nick Foles and won the Super Bowl.
I would go.
He found a drunk straggler in the parking lot. That's what he did. That's
And they
what,
still got his-
that's what Dougie P did.
bull- No.
He found a dime drunk straggler and she opened her legs. That's what happened.
No.
More toxic masculinity.
That's
right,
what
Lindsay?
happened.
No. He's wrong.
He found $100 in the parking lot. That's
No.
what he did.
Nick Foles wanted that.
He found $100 in the parking lot.
You want to talk about someone that was hungry in football?
Yeah.
That's what Nick Foles was.
His hunger to find $100
Where's
on the
his-
ground in the
where's-
parking lot.
Oh, here we go. Here comes the player hating part.
Where's the
Stay
hunger
tuned
now?
for this.
what's he doing now?
No, I thought you were gonna say where was the hunger in Kansas City and all the
that would've
in
been-
St.
that
Louis.
would've
and
been
all
a better
that.
line.
I thought that's where you were getting ready to go. I was gonna say here comes the hating part.
Did he get beat out in Jacksonville?
That
Oh, for
man's
Brett
story,
Musburger?
they benched him, right? They benched Nick Foles, then they traded him, then they got him back, then he sat on the bench, and then Carson Wentz got hurt, and Nick Foles came out and played like he'd never played before in his life. So
Wasn't Nick Foles part of that whole?
I salute that man and what he did. So that's
yeah.
my opinion. Y'all can say whatever the hell
Yeah,
y'all want to
two-
say,
yeah,
but
two
Vosh
good
is
games.
wrong in his depiction of what Nick Foles did in that year.
He had 2 good games. He was really bad in that first playoff game.
That
they won.
NFC Championship game,
It was a
Nick
great game.
Foles was like,
Great. It was a great
I
game.
mean, on fucking fire.
wasn't
Like,
he part of the Chip
he-
Kelly project with the 2 or 3 quarterbacks they were trying to run?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, with Sam Bradford,
Yeah.
and then we were gonna run Nick
Yeah.
Foles out there.
Yep.
That's why Chip Kelly ain't
And like
And DeMarco Murray, he went over there too to be a part of it.
And damn
Yeah.
Mike Vick and shit.
It's
Mike
okay.
Vick? Oh, that's right with Philly.
Listen.
Oh, Andy
Nick
Reid
Foles-
could be the coach of the.
No.
When did Andy Reid leave?
But he was only
Other
at for
decade.
4 years,
Other
right?
decade.
Of Philly?
If you want to count, if you want to do NFC East Coach of the Decade for the past decade from 2000 to 2009, yeah, that's Andy
Oh, yeah,
Reid.
yeah.
Andy Reid
By
ran
far.
that.
When did Andy Reid leave?
Early.
Yeah, okay.
I think he coached up to 2010 or 11.
Okay, that sounds about right.
He went
Yeah.
to Kansas City early with what's that guy's name?
The broke leg dude.
Yeah.
Alex.
Alex Smith. So Okay, so you got. I'm gonna take Dougie P. You got Jason Garrett.
I would say Dougie P.
Yeah, you got Dougie, and
longevity-wise,
you have
I'm
Tom Coughlin.
Yeah, sure.
Does it have anything to do with him winning 2 Super Bowls?
No.
I wish they would have put
I'm not
coaches
putting.
in.
Listen, I'm not putting Jason Garrett because he didn't do enough.
That's the better argument than quarterbacks and running backs and receivers. The coaches.
Yeah,
Look at us. We're indecisive on like all the coaches in that decade.
but we're just looking at the list like
Yeah,
trash.
The list was trash.
Dan Bailey was the
For
greatest
position.
kicker of the decade. Then he lost his foot, and then
He lost his hamstrings.
And then
And
Julie
growing.
wanted him taken out back and shot.
You know who I want?
Who's that?
To be or want to be?
The Broncos fan, Julie.
I want to be. I want to be LP Ladisor.
Why's that?
Because he's just consistent. And he gets paid. And nobody knows his name.
He's a robot.
Just, boop, he gets paid to just do one thing.
He makes like $1 million a year. He's been there like 20 years.
This is his job.
Yeah, it's tougher than that though.
I know.
I was just trying to figure out. I just wanted to figure out why you would hate on a guy like Eli Manning who got won this. He was the only quarterback to win the Super Bowl within his decade.
I love his older brother.
Why? Why do you love his older brother? What about his father? You like his father too?
Archie's alright.
Oh, he's all right.
Well, but I like things. Anyway, I told my
Yeah, Vosh, can you tell people, the ladies and gentlemen, because me too, we had to say that.
Find me stalking Sasha Banks' page.
She look good.
The name you see what I'm talking about.
I've always been a Sasha Banks guy.
I don't know because Alexa Bliss on her Twitter.
Nah.
No, I'm liking it.
She falling out, bro.
No, she's not. I've seen it.
I at Tobias10 on Twitter.
Trader.
I follow Sasha Banks. I do still love Lexi Kaufman. But
wow, gave her government name.
Miss Sasha Banks is on my radar right now.
But you have a picture with
Lexi Kaufman.
With okay. You don't have one with Sasha.
Why are y'all out here rating chicks?
Yeah, what are you
Wrestlers.
doing? What are you doing,
It's a
Vosh?
sport. It's a sport.
What are you doing?
His favorite quarterback is Sonny Romo. So is mine. So my favorite wrestler, female
Y'all
wrestler.
it's 2020. Y'all are 3.5 seconds from getting damn canceled in Dallas. Y'all
Yep.
know that, right?
Yeah, you can't cancel me and my love
Shit.
for.
We can't talk about.
I ain't touched them anyway.
Yep.
Yo, they were straight rate. Is that about? Oh my God. Anyway,
I haven't touched
Till
Alexa
last
Bliss.
gen-
Well, kinda.
You don't say men are hot?
Or
You guys are basically talking about if she was. Hold on. Y'all were talking about if she's falling off or not. That's a whole nother
no,
conversation.
just rankings.
Rank. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Rankings as in a wrestler, like how good?
It's just a female wrestler. Your favorite female wrestler.
Yeah,
Sasha Banks right now.
just like
At
my
Tobosh
Batman.
10 is where
At
they can
Tobias
find
10
you,
on
right?
Twitter, stalking Sasha Banks. I'm sorry, Lexi. I still love you. Tobias Hatcher on Instagram where I'm posting frog videos.
Yeah, I saw that. That was kind of. I thought I was like, what are you afraid of? And I was like, a frog.
Damn
You can follow me at EA Sports DFW. You can also follow me on the gram.
Oh, yeah.
60.
How's that going right now?
Not good. You can also
those
guess
numbers
find,
up,
you can
ladies.
find me on Minder apparently.
That's SBW.
That's something else.
Minder. Do you know what Minder is? It's Muslim Tinder.
You got to get on there, man. You got to get on there.
Minder. I was like, yo, this shit's not real. He said,
I'm thinking about creating me a profile just because.
Y'all tiring me out.
Yeah.
There's too many chicks in the world.
You can also catch me this Friday on Game Night on 103.3 FM ESPN with Saad Yusuf. So catch that 6
My guy, I like Side. I like his co-host,
You scared?
No. And yeah, that's it.
though. Lindsay.
You can find me at Lindsay on Air with 2 Y's. All social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm like, what's the last one? Instagram. Yeah.
You okay, Liz?
Are we gonna plug?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm gonna plug some of the
my show?
the affiliates that we got.
Oh, all the affiliates on my LifeWithLindsayRadio.com is about to launch. I'm almost done with that. That's gonna be out
I would
next
like
week.
to get. I would like to tell the guy who got on Twitter and tried to make comments about Lindsay Show to suck it. How about that?
I appreciate that, but I mean, I love that shit. People, I put it up on my Instagram. I had people, oh, don't give attention to that. I'm like, yo, I love it. Yo, you know why? Because my idol is Howard Stern. Do you know what Howard Stern did? He profited off people who hated him.
Yeah.
Because if I make you feel a way, if you take the time to tweet me to tell me my show sucks, that means you're listening, paying attention, and I made you feel some type of way. So I win.
I'm
That
just
shit don't bother me.
I just was a
it
little
doesn't bother
overprotective.
me.
It just came out blue, and I'm like, whoa, bro.
But you're like you had the big brother.
I know. I appreciate that.
I
but
was like,
me-
whoa, what are
And
we
I
doing
had
connectivity?
a friend from the radio station was like, don't give that any attention. I'm like, I'm
No,
like, cool.
Lindsay,
Thanks for listening. Tune in
You
tomorrow.
keep that spirit, we'll hunt him down.
Yeah,
Alright.
sounds like somebody's a little jealous because they can't do what Lindsay's doing right now. Just what it sounds like
Oh,
to me.
really? It's interesting because I messaged that person back and I said, hey, thanks, but I'm like, I'm not worried about it because that means he's paying attention to what I'm doing, which means I win. I learned that from Howard Stern.
Most people that tweet you suck are upset because they can't do what you're doing right now. That's what I figured out.
Well, that
about
was
it.
just a fan. I thought you were talking about.
I'm just saying, period. And fan, whoever, whenever somebody wants to say you suck, you can't do such, they're just jealous because they can't do what you're doing.
Yeah.
They see you on the rise or something, and they don't have the balls to do it.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
All right. Well, where can they find you so they can yell at you for being wrong about Dak Prescott?
At Just the Advocate on Twitter. You can follow me, Walt Chisholm, on Facebook. You can follow the show at His Business DFW on Facebook. You can follow the show at His Business on Twitter. You can follow the show, of course, as EA said, what we do for the gram, best.for.businessdfw.
And Minder too.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna create me a profile just to see just see how many hits I get.
Just to see his profile.
Just to see. No, I'm just gonna see just what I get off of it, just to see. Like I said, if you want to message me about being wrong about Dak Prescott, signing the tag, that's fine. I'm pretty sure I'll be right before that's over with. But don't worry, EA, don't worry. They at the shop, they'll be all over it. They already all over it. I thought your boy wasn't gonna sign the tag.
I gotta talk to people at your shop.
Yeah, you might not want to go in there. They're not fans of yours.
Okay, I love it. Like I said, it's like
I'm not gonna be responsible.
Salam
I'm not gonna be responsible if you take an ass whooping in there though.
Assalamu alaikum.
Thanks Zach over there on the ones and twos, and hopefully we'll be back here Thursday. Hopefully we won't be in a lockdown, which is what some people fear. Guys like EA wanted to happen. But
hey, I'll be back in that office ready to go do the show.
yeah, maybe we'll be virtual again. But like we always say, always do what's best for business. And if we don't see you around, then we'll see you around. Corona. What have you been doing? Like, no, just beer. Like, what have you been up to? Going to work. Hey, yo, they said now that they don't, when they put the Q-tip in, they don't stick it that far back. Also, but they were saying now they do a blood deal. Yeah, but like.